Now we're good to go. There we are. Okay, I'm going to make sure the audio is good, and then we can start. Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. I apologize for the delay, but we are now ready to begin. What's good, Danny, MMGK, Frank, Funny, Little Jaw, Joe, Denmark, MP? How are we all doing? Who's ready for some more OFL After Dark? We've got 2 watch games today. We've got 3 simcasts because of the tie, so I figured I would just simcast both. And the 2 watch games, just to confirm, I believe are in Week 6 and Week 8. We've got the Panthers and the Armadillos, 2 teams who have been pretty solid, both 3-1. And then in Week 8, the Blues and the Steelers, 2 of the better teams in the AFC. The Blues are one of the 2 teams in the entire league who's undefeated, along with their division rival Titans. And the Steelers have been really solid as well. They are currently 3-1. So before we get started, I wanted to fiddle around with the sliders a little bit. I don't think... Did we change anything after the second game? I don't know. I figured I would knock QB accuracy maybe down a little. Or I think it was like 38. So I think I did touch it after the last game. So I guess we can keep it as it is. Never mind. Yeah, the interceptions definitely were not at 50. I definitely manually changed that. So, yeah, okay, I don't think we have to. So the Week 5 Simcast game is the Jets and the Broncos. It looked like we were going to watch this game, and it looks like now we're obviously not, which I'm kind of happy about because I play Nick next stream. I also play SG next stream, so I was kind of hoping we wouldn't watch our game against the Bears either because I figured that'd be like the golden opportunity to watch us, assuming all of those teams are good, which I would like to think at least we are. So I'll pull up the random number generator. It lands on 2. It landed on 2 like every time last time, too. Didn't it? 2 is the Broncos. I already know what I want to do for the Broncos jerseys, unless Naruto's here. I already have a good idea. So I don't know how many of you guys watched the Dragons episode that I uploaded last night and noticed the halftime show, but you can make some really cool combos with their white Color Rush helmet. And then obviously for the Jets, Nick can do it whatever he wants. Yeah, I think Henry is leading the league in rushing. He doesn't lead in touchdowns. That's a certain... Okay, why is the other controller not up? Hold on. We have to play Simcast Merchant Tua. It's so... Oh, Echo. Oopsies. I flooded the toilet. What's it? What's it? Why can't I do anything with the Jets jerseys? Hold on. It's being so weird. Echo, Shbecko. Let's watch some... Well, technically we're not watching football. We're simcasting football. Because this game didn't win. Your game ended up winning. Why is the other controller not here? What is happening? Can I, not change the Jets jerseys? Well, that's a pain. Nick drafted Kyle Pitts in the 5th round, I think. That's how he got him. It's my boy Tua. Cowboys legend, Tua Tagovailoa. Do the Broncos have no X Factors? That's a surprise because their team on paper is pretty good. Okay, so my suggestion, they did just update the game. My suggestion for the Broncos is either this or all whites with the white helmet. The all whites with the white helmet is hard. Let me show you. Where are the white pants? There they are. And then we make the socks not orange. Where are the white socks? Yeah. This is hard. And if you disagree, actually, it probably is there like pants with like a blue stripe instead of an orange one? Yes. See, this is hard. I don't think I can change the Jets jerseys for whatever reason, but is everybody good with these jerseys because these are clean? When will you finish, Tiance? You keep edging us. The jersey number is harder than me on a Friday night. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Everyone agrees. Perfect. Because I discovered these and I fell in love. All right, let's get this show on the road. Week 5. Imagine being worried about Week 5. Imagine not having a bye week. Anyway, the 2-2 Jets, who have been up and down so far, face off against the 3-1 Denver Broncos. For the sake of my division, Nick, I'm going to need you to pull out a win here. These uniforms are harder than Denmark watching Sonic 2. That must be pretty hard. Why can't I do anything with this game? Did you notice that they fixed the face glitch, though? I don't know if you've manually done anything with the draft class in the last like 2 or 3 days, but they fixed the face glitch. So we have that. All right, Jets, I'm going to need you to show up here. That's not a good start. Denver scores a touchdown. Jets respond right back. Okay. Both offenses look good. Jets take the lead. Jets add to the lead. And it looked like the Broncos had it in the red zone or something. They didn't score. So the Jets lead by 11, and they start with the ball. They don't do anything. Broncos have it at the 13 to start the fourth. We'll go a little bit slower. They score. They don't get the 2. There's 8.5 minutes left. I think it's a little early to hop in, unless everybody wants to. If everybody wants to jump in, we can. I think it's a little bit early, though, especially because we have 3 Simcast games. So there's a good shot we're going to be watching quite a few of them. What if the white corner is smallest bird? One more drive. Hop in. Keep going. I imagine keep going means keep simming. So that's 2 votes for sim. I agree. Another sim. Hop in if they get the ball back down 1 score. We're definitely hopping in. Okay, everyone seems to agree with sim. There's a good start for the Jets. Olave gets 26. I'm here. Yippee. I get to be disappointed. Have fun. Someone got hurt. Ooh. I think it was a Jet. Okay, I think this is where we hop in. There is still 7 minutes. But the Broncos had the ball down by 5. I think we should hop in. Are you guys ready to watch Tua Tagovailoa in Madden Watched? I've heard nothing but horror stories about Tua in Watched, so surely this will be interesting. As Kenneth Walker, who's done nothing today, loses a yard. I'm rooting for the Jets because the quicker this game goes, the quicker I can watch my game, and I gotta go soon. What if the Broncos score like an 80-yard touchdown here, though? There's a nice run by the backup, Jalen Warren. I mean, that's pretty good if he's your backup. Not as good as Raheem Mostert being a backup, but that's besides the point. Not everybody can have Raheem Mostert as their second-string running back. 3rd and 3. Tua goes short. That is a first down. Hopefully Jordan Addison in the slot and the new playbook helps. Are you guys running Kansas City now? I remember changing it. I don't remember what it was. I feel like it was Kansas City, but I might be wrong. Oh, here's Kenneth Walker with a big run to the left side. Okay. Gets 16. Ramondre is a nice backup, too, and he's a power back, which has always been the type that I prefer in this game. Wait, I didn't see that. Is he 32? Hold on. I can't tell. He's 12. Okay, that's good. You scared me for a second. I'm thinking, why is he 32? He wore 13 at Alabama. So, hey, 13, Alabama, -1, Dolphins is his new number, 12. There you go. Oh, you were originally the Chiefs. That's probably why I thought of the Chiefs with you. Because that's what you were. Silly me. Here's Tua on the move. Nice throw. All I hear is how bad watch Tua was. That was sick. As he connects with Zay Flowers to the 21. And the Broncos are in business. Broncos country. Let's ride. 3.5 to go. Tua. Incomplete. That was ballsy. That was over the line. It might have been. Broncos might have got a bullet. Might have dodged a bullet. Speaking's hard. Tua isn't bad in watch. I've only heard he's bad. I mean, I haven't, like, done testing with him to see myself, because I just trusted everybody blindly and assumed he was bad. 3rd and 7, he doesn't get it. Jeffrey Simmons is hurt, though. Ooh. That's not good. Does he go to the locker room? He does! Uh-oh! Pump the brakes! I'm worried about Kenny and watched. I don't entirely blame you. We have seen some bad QBs play well. Oh, they're going for it. Yeah, I guess that's not... Why am I surprised? That makes a lot of sense. And he got it. Good throw. Who's 86? I need to start to get familiar with jersey numbers. That doesn't look like a face scan. Oh, it's Romeo Doubs. Okay, I forgot they had him. 1st and goal. Tipped at the line. Why did I trade this guy? You got a ton of picks for him, though. 2 1s and more? I think the mistake might have been drafting him over a guy like Dak Prescott to begin with. Although 2 is younger, I've just had more success with Dak individually. But maybe 2 ends up doing really well. I hope not, because he's a rival. There's DeJuan Smoot with the sack. Not only is he a rival, but he's the rival I'm most worried about, because the Chiefs and the Raiders are both what I think is actively tanking. I'll be worried about those teams in like 2 years. But maybe not now. 3rd and goal. 2-minute warning at the 15. Here's Tua. Gonna try to run with it. He throws it away. Dak shouldn't be a 72 in 5 years. If the sliders work the way that they're supposed to, he'll be fine. He should still be like probably mid-80s, assuming he doesn't retire, which, again, he shouldn't. 4th and goal. They're gonna go for it. Tua for the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. Broncos country. Let's ride. Romeo Doubs with the score. I'm just realizing that's not a good thing. I'm supposed to be rooting for the Jets. I forgot. Denver goes for 2. And they got it. What a drive by Tua. Got good picks in the tank seller Trey Lance, who appears to be quite good. It's David Njoku, the replacement tight end for top 10 fantasy draft pick Travis Kelce. If the Broncos actually used their first-round fantasy draft pick on someone who's good at football, like imagine if they used it on like one of those pass rushers, like Max Crosby or TJ Watt. Imagine how good this team would be. But instead, they had to trade their 8th overall fantasy draft pick for what? Ike Ekwonu and David Njoku? I mean, those guys are cool, but for the 8th pick of the fantasy draft, ugh. All right, now we get to see the Jets offense. Dak Prescott. I don't know. Oh, that is Nick Chubb. I thought that wasn't him for a second. Here's Dak. Starts strong. What white guy did... Oh, that's Olave. Olave's not white, but I mean, I guess he's lighter than everybody. I was confused for a second. I'm like, what in the Braxton Berrios do we have here? They've ran the ball 28 times and they passed it 16 times. Interesting. I mean, with Nick Chubb, that's not the worst strategy, as he gets sacked by Mike Dana for a loss of 4. Tua got rode off before even stepping on the field. I guess you're not entirely wrong. Here's Kyle Pitts. He gets 7. Jets use their first timeout. 3rd and 7. Dak with a strike for Kyle Pitts to the 25. It looks like, considering he's only thrown the ball 18 times, the numbers look pretty solid for Dak Prescott today. I would imagine Nick Chubb's numbers are pretty good because, well, he's Nick Chubb. Not Dallas. The Jets used their second timeout. I'm used to not only Nick being Dallas, but also Dak. It's like double trouble. He goes short for Chubb. Just got to get out of bounds. Okay. What playbooks do you use to be so run-heavy? I think Nick is using San Francisco now. The go-to, I would say, for run-heavy, at least from my experience, I haven't done a ton of new playbook testing, but Cleveland is the main one. I would imagine Tennessee's is still pretty run-heavy as well. They used to be super pass-happy a couple of years ago. 3rd and 3. Dallas is in field goal range. All they would need is a field goal to tie. Prescott looking for the sidelines. He's got it. Christian Kirk with a first down. What playbook is pass-happy? Well, Dallas is the big one. I know a lot of people like the Bengals playbook. I would imagine that's kind of run-heavy. Oh, they're playing for the field goal. Nick Chubb's only ran it 13 times. Okay, they're not playing for... What is happening? Okay, no, they are playing for the field goal. So Nick Chubb has gotten less than half of the team's carries. That's odd. Okay. Chiefs is pretty pass happy. There's another one. Falcons is not. I haven't done anything with the Falcons, but every franchise I do, Atlanta's always really good. So you're probably right. I always thought that was because Madden really liked Desmond Ridder, but they don't seem to like him here, so you might be right. Jets tie it with a field goal from Chris Boswell. Forever Nick's kicker, and it looks like we're going to overtime. Can you change my playbook to the Bengals? Well, what you can do is, since the stream has already started, the answer is no. But you can put it in there, and I can do it for the next stream. Can we sim over? Why would we sim? Oh, we're not getting overtime! Can he take it all the way? 14, gotta catch him! And he catches him at the 6! We're going to overtime! Oh, that was close! Wow! The Jets just dodged a bullet! Whew! But anyway, no, we're not simcasting to overtime. We're not lame. Tails never fails. Oh, sorry, Jets. I'm sorry for disappointing you. It lands on heads. The Broncos win the toss. They'll start with the ball. Who is 14? I'll give you a first. It's DK Metcalf on the Buda Baker interception. He caught him. Okay, so the return man's going to return it again. And he only gets to the 19 this time. Not quite as lucky as his last one. And so Denver will get the ball tied at 24. We got Parker Fleming as our special teams coordinator. I'll give the ref's head for making it heads. Ooh, it could have been intercepted. Is Uchenna Nwosu number 10? I don't know why he's in coverage, but I think he wears 10 in Seattle, so that would make sense. That looked like his face, even though he's not face scanned. I've seen his face enough last year because he was on my team to know what he looks like in this game. Here's a first down. 81. That's definitely a face scan. Who is that? Oh, that's Rondale. Okay. I should have noticed how small he was. David Njoku gets 8. Good start to the drive for Tua. Headhunting. Is there a problem with that? 2nd and 2 with 5 to go. Walker gets the first down. I'm not ready to say Nick is cooked. They don't even have it at midfield yet. There's still plenty of time. This game has been criminally good. And we've only gotten to see, basically a quarter's worth of action. But so far, in the limited watched experience I've had with this game, it's been a blast. I missed last stream. What's my record? I'm 2-2. Our offense is one of the best in the league, and our defense is an abomination. I think we'll figure it out on defense. We're too good not to. I think we just had a bad stream. I think I called it episode. But yeah, pretty much all of the big coaches haven't been all that good so far. All the guys who do all the testing on Madden, we've all struggled. 3rd and 1, Rondale again. Chargers got that Charmin defense. It's been Harold Landry and then 10 guys who look like they have no clue what they're doing. I've always kind of thought offense was more important in this game than defense, but I still used a lot of early picks on defense. Rounds 3, 4, 5, and 6 were all on defensive players. Tua's under pressure. He's sacked by Matt Milano. Big play for the Jets. Madden 24 is, in fact, different. It is built different. If the Broncos don't score a touchdown, I wonder how much time the Jets are going to have with the ball. Denver's used a lot of time here. 3rd and 14. If I'm the Broncos, I'm trying to chew clock. Don't let the Jets get it back with much time. I would let this go to the 2-minute warning. They won't. Instead, it's a pass. Tua's going to go downfield. It's caught! Wow, what a big play for Zay Flowers right before the 2-minute warning. Denver should just try to chew clock. I get a field goal doesn't technically win it, but if you manage the clock well, it kind of can, especially with another first down. Tua's having himself a game. Everybody who said he was bad and watched is wrong. C-Mill was right. He can play. I get it's only a quarter of the game, a little bit more than. But in the 2 drives that we've seen him, he looks awesome. This looks like Bama Tua. Second down, it's an out route. He stays in bounds. That's good news for Denver. Chidobe Awuzie brings him down. Bengal legend. Houday. 2 is lucky. Who calls him 2? 3rd and 1. They get the first. You got to let that clock go. Wait, what? Oh, Denver called the time because they're stupid. I mean, I guess if they score a touchdown, it doesn't really matter. But, like, on the off chance you don't. Kenneth Walker gets nothing. Just got to let that clock roll. Jets are not calling their timeouts, which is brain dead. 2nd and goal now from the 3. Fullback. Gets it to the 2. That's Reggie Gilliam. Still no timeouts. Call the timeout, Jets. What are you doing? Hey, what is going on, Mr. Spolk? 3rd and goal. Then clock is churning away. Walker. Ball game. Broncos country. Let's ride. Denver beats the Jets in overtime. So they start with the ball. They hog the entire clock. And then they score. If the time expires, it resets because the Jets haven't had possession yet. Well, thank God that's not going to be an issue. So Denver's 4-1. They lead our division by a game and a half. While the Jets fall under 500, and the Dildos will hold on to their lead no matter what happens this week. Big game from Tua. Dak was pretty good too. They should have had him throw it more. Who got all the carries for the Jets? Why did Chris Olave get 4? Okay, so it's not like somebody took Nick Chubb's thunder. It was just like a whole mix. Flowers, Rondale, Njoku, Pitts, Dubs lead the way receiving-wise. Any standout defensive performances? Ernest Jones played well. Sacks for a handful of guys. Interception for Roger McCreary, and that's about it. The Chris Olave... No, that's 4 touches on the ground. Not 4 touchdowns, unfortunately. Okay, before we simulate, I just want to check one thing real quick. I wish I did this before the stream, but there were a handful of teams whose quarterbacks were switched. Like if you're starting a lower-rated guy, I switched them back, but I just want to double check. I know the Chiefs are one. Okay, they're good. The Raiders are another one I had to switch. They're good. Is there anybody else off the top of my head who's starting like a lower-rated quarterback? Of these teams, I don't think so. Browns should be Tyler Huntley. Yup. I think that's it. Okay. Why in God's name is Tua a 93? That's a great question. Check if your wide receiver slot. Okay, I'll double check, but I remember looking through your team and he was. But I can show you if you want. Yeah, okay, there he is. All right, let's go. He should start Josh Rosen. Check. Oh, your quarterback? Do you have another higher rated QB on your team other than Desmond? Yeah, no, he's fine. All right, we're good. May the sim gods be in your favor. This is also the first week of buys. Keep that in mind. I know we have a buy. I don't know if any... Obviously, at least one other team has to because it has to be an even amount. I don't know who else does off the top of my head. Okay, well, the Browns do. There's one. Bulls lose to the Huskies. Oh. 20-17. So the Huskies have now won 2 games. Warren Flowers, it might not be time to learn Canadian. Now, I think there's enough parity to where the team with the number 1 pick probably has like 4 wins. So there's still room for Toronto to get him. Caps at a bye week, okay. Cardinals lose to the Bengals. Has Arizona crashed down to earth, and has Cincinnati figured some things out? Desmond Ridder was pretty good. Russell Wilson was not. Jonathan Taylor played well, as did Amari Cooper. Manuel Ogba, 4 TFLs. Chargers obviously had a bye week. Chiefs beat the Black Knights 14-6. Average Chiefs game. No offense. Bailey Zappi wasn't good. He was better than Anthony Richardson, though. Nobody ran the ball well. Goddard and St. Brown were pretty good, I guess. So both of these teams are now 2-3. Less likely the Chiefs get flowers. That's good. Commies lose to the Bears by 1. Chicago's offense was actually good. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Baker was I mean, he wasn't horrible, but I wouldn't say he was good. Brandon Ayuk plays well, as does Mike Evans. Only 1 catch for T. Higgins, but it's a 51-yard score. So the Bears are 3-2. Washington's 1-4. The Condoms lose to the 4-1 Atlanta Falcons, who look like one of the early favorites in the NFC. They were one of the teams I was most wrong about. I didn't think they were going to be all that good this year. And clearly I'm wrong. The Condoms aren't like a great team. There's Quentin Johnston having himself a day. But they're not a bad team by any stretch either. I mean, their quarterback's Joe Burrow. So that in itself, Shawari Connor with 2 picks. Having Burrow as your quarterback in itself gives you a pretty high floor. Dallas loses to the Niners 42-17. Trevor Lawrence plays well. Lap Dance Lance not so much. He might be coming back down to earth. Let's hope it stays going when we play against the Cowboys. We're playing against 2 tanking teams today. If we don't have at least 4 wins by the end of the stream, I don't know, but it's not going to be pretty. The Dreads beat the Raiders 31-20. 2 teams who, again, haven't looked all that great so far, but I almost called them San Antonio. Anchorage gets the win. Nathan Rourke, not so good. The Raiders, I think right now, probably are the favorites to land Warren Flowers, albeit it's still very early. But I think right now they've got the best chance to do it, which does not make me thrilled. The Eagles get slammed by the Rams 26-7. Lamar Jackson was really good, while Matthew Stafford, hopefully he plays this like this on Sunday, he was abysmal. No dogs in Paris today. Who's next? The Giants beat the Armadillos. That's a little bit of a surprise. Mac Jones was solid, though. Geno Smith was okay. Better start learning third place. They might not even be in third. The Dreadnoughts won. They might be in last. Have those 2 teams played each other yet? The Knights and the Dreads. Better start learning under 500. Better get used to it. Jets obviously lost. Lions lose. They get killed by Carolina. The Panthers are really good. I'm excited to watch them this week. I'm curious to see how Josh Allen plays. He was okay today. He was better than Mr. Levis. Breece Hall ran out of his mind. Just as I was wrong about Atlanta, I was right about Carolina. I thought this team was going to be really good this year, and so far they have. They're 4-1. So obviously they won. The Raiders lost. The Rams won. Baltimore loses to the Steelers 14-10. It's Pittsburgh in first place of the AFC North. Both quarterbacks were mid as hell. Looks like it was the Derrick Henry show, which probably should be the game plan for the Steelers. We'll get to watch them later today in Week 8. The Hogs beat the Titans. There's only 1 undefeated team remaining, and we haven't even seen how they've played yet. They might be on bye, I don't know. But the Titans, despite a nice comeback, are no longer undefeated, and the Hogs, who started 1-3, it looks like they might be back. Stop playing down to competition. Does that mean we're good competition? Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Seattle had a bye week. Steelers won. Titans lost. Voyagers beat the Blues. No more undefeated teams. Both of the 4-0 teams lose. Aren't the Voyagers, they're 3-2. Okay, so they've lost to the Raiders, but they've beaten the Voyagers. Or not, they are the Voyagers. They lost to the Raiders, who might be the worst team in the league, but they beat the Blues, who are one of the best. This season, we're going to have so much parity, because every team is so even. It's going to be great. This is why I didn't want to do a sim year, because This is as close to like fully even as we're all going to be. I finally answered your DM. Okay, cool. Interesting. Okay. I'll keep it in mind. I don't want to make that move now, but I'll keep it in mind. Dildos lost. Bears won. Bengals won. The Knights lost. The Blues lost. The Broncos won. Browns had a bye week. Bulls lost. Oh, we passed the Broncos. I'm slow. As for the players of the week, Trevor Lawrence, Jonathan Taylor, James Bradberry, and Demario Davis. Why can I beat Octi but not the tanking Chiefs? Anybody can beat anybody right now. Am I the best under 5? There's a lot of good teams who are under 500. Caps, Seattle, the Bengals, the Eagles, the Jets. Hell, even London. The Riverhogs, the Rams. There's a lot of good ones. Steelers take over first place in the North for beating Baltimore. Blues and Titans both lost, but they're both still in first. Dildos and Voyagers are tied for first in a competitive AFC East. Broncos lead the West by a game and a half. We do have 2 really easy games coming up, so if we're not 4-2, I'm going to have problems. Lions and Bears in first place in the North. Paris, it's time to start learning last place. I said James Bradberry. Was it not James Bradberry? Panthers and Falcons are 4-1. They lead the South, and then the NFC East is a trash can, while the Cardinals and Niners lead the NFC West. But did I not say, was that not James Bradberry who won the Defensive Player of the Week? That's James Bradberry. Am I missing something? Can you show me Greg Dortch's stats? We're doing full stats at the end, so you'll be able to see it then. But I know he has been really good through the first 5 weeks. Why am I winning the division? Because your division apparently sucks. Tyjae Spears at tight end. I can do that. Jordan Davis in a Panthers jersey. I can do that. If I'm going to do this for everybody, I might as well show Hector Dortch's stats because I am kind of curious too. Quentin Johnston is a stud, right? Yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is. And then we can do the breakout as well for Mike Dana, who had a sack late in the game. Good for him. Don't mind the 1-3 Seahawks. I mix up James Bradford and James Bradberry. I guess it's pretty easy to get used to James Bradford in San Francisco. So, yeah, I get it. All right, Panthers. Where's the big boy? There he is. He's only 336? I thought he was at least 350. And then Huskies, let's check on Mr. Oh, he's high up. Whoa, he's second. He's the second best player on the roster. They're taking tanking seriously. But yeah, he's balling right now. He has been great. 67 yards in every game. Devon Achane, I can do that quickly. But remember, again, we're showing everybody stats at the end. I'm curious to see these numbers because he had the one game where he had like 3 yards of carry and 5 touchdowns. Yeah, this game. Trevor Lawrence is the last one. We're not doing anybody else. But I can check for Rashee Rice in the dev. Or in the slot. Wow, he's been good. Damn! Damn! He's cooking. Good for Trevor. Watched, I imagine, is going to be a lot different. I'll tell you that. And I think... Are we watching? No, we're not. We are simcasting. Bengals is up. Rashee Rice is already in the slot. Awesome. Can I see my stats? We're not doing any more stats until week 9, guys. Can we be patient? I shouldn't have done those few players to begin with. Alrighty. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do both teams again because, well, as we know, that's now an issue. Number generator lands on 1. Finally, that's Carolina. So the Panthers can pick their jerseys, and hopefully it lets me do the same for the Dildos, but I don't know if it will. Because EA sucks. This is a watch game, for what it's worth, just so everybody's clear. We are watching this one. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. This is annoying. Oh, well. Break it. Oh, there's a break it. Hold on. Breece Hall did have a really big game in week 5. So that would make a lot of sense. The controller's charged. It's working. I'm able to press like the home button and stuff. It's just, where is it? Oh, he's at the top. Ooh, it's a rain game. I want to click that. All blue. Okie dokie. Okay, offense, we got to win. We got to start learning first place. Who do the Lions play as well? They play the Caps, and you guys play... Oh, the Knights. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Is it plugged into the PS5? Well, I don't plug my controller in to use it, unless it's like, pass the ball or run the ball. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch it. We'll click run the ball. I just wanted to make sure we would get the weather. I think it would have been raining anyway, but I wanted to make sure. Try turning the controller on and off again. Okay, let's try that. I don't want to accidentally close out of the game. I don't think it will, because I already have the one controller being used. Okay, does this work? Okay, good. Uh-huh. Okay, it's just not showing up. That's annoying. Oh, well. Hopefully that gets fixed. Carolina wants the all blues. Where are the blue pants? I know they have them. I know they do. All right, there we go. Ask FG. I know FG only does one team changing jerseys, but I don't know if that's something different he's doing with the PC, because he's doing it entirely differently. So I don't know if he's going to like know more than anybody else would. Oh, Echo. Oh, my God. There we go. Silly me. All right, on to week 6. The 3-2, first place, Austin. I'm used to these teams being from set locations. The Buenos Aires Armadillos face off against the 4-1 Carolina Panthers, who are tied with Atlanta for first place in the division. The Falcons beat Carolina back in week 1, so Atlanta is technically currently in first place. But I don't think anybody else in the NFC has 4 wins, right? Nobody does in the North, nobody does in the West, nobody does in the East. So Carolina is one of 2 teams in the entire conference with 4 wins. In the AFC, I think it's only the Titans, the Blues, the Broncos, and the Steelers. I think that's it. Only 6 teams are more than 1 game over 500. Did the Lions lose? They did. Congratulations. Why did I not get to choose my jerseys? I don't know if you missed it, but the game is glitching with my second controller. It wouldn't let me, which is a pain. So I'm hoping it fixes. My other controller is working fine. It's not the controller. It's that 2 users... Yeah. It's signed into the other user, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. I saw we lost to the Squealers. You did. Mm-hmm. Close. Your defense stopped Pickleman, but the offense wasn't so good. 2nd and 13. Nice throw. Gain of 12 for Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now it's a 3rd and 1. Max going deep. It's caught at the 39. Is that JSN again? Has he already gotten a superstar? Wow, he's already played 500 snaps. There you go. Jackson Smith and Jigbo, the big play. 14-10 is the most Ravens-Steelers game I've ever seen. Gotta watch Mac Jones. Mac is good in this game. Respect him. Here's a nice run from the backup running back. Oh, JSN's hurt. Oh, Lord. They're already without Josh Jacobs, so I think he's going to be back next week. Now JSN, who's going to the locker room, that likely signals his day is done. Could he be out for longer? Possibly. Time for me to stalk the bottom bar to see who we lose to this week. Mac, good throw to the 14. Their offense is looking strong so far. That's Luke Musgrave, the tight end. Another nice throw. Max looking strong here on the first drive. I think that's Josh Downs. Yes, it is. And they've got it at the 9. Mack looking for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown for Luke Musgrave. So Mac Jones marches the Armadillos all the way down the field for a quick touchdown. And they'll take a 7-0 lead just like that. You didn't go to a game that had Craig Roman and Matt Canada on primetime. Oh, God. The stoppable force beats the movable object. With the coughing baby all in between. So now we get to see the Panthers offense led by Josh Allen and Breece Hall and Devontae Adams. Right? Yeah, don't these guys have Devontae Adams? Wait, how'd they get Devontae Adams and Aaron Donald? How on earth did they pull that off? Huh. Was Devontae picked in the 3rd round? Damn. I know he's a little older, but geez. I didn't know he was picked that late. Holy cow. Allen goes downfield. Big start. I think that's Breece. I imagine his breakout challenge works with receiving yards as well. Oh, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald fell to the 3rd? What is wrong with you guys? How did Aaron Donald make it to the 3rd round? Jesus Christ. You guys were not cooking. Oh, look at this. Down the field. He's gone. Carolina, in just 2 plays, ties it at 7. Marquise Goodwin. Aaron Donald's like 33. It's Aaron Donald. Use him for 2 years and trade him to a lesser coach for a 1st and a 2nd. We won't question it. He would have had 40 sacks over the last 2 years. No one wanted to give him the 5- and 4-year deals. Yeah, but the 2nd round's only 2 years, not 4. I kept passing on him in the 1st round, but in round 2, it's only a 2-year contract. No offense, I'm choosing Marlon Humphrey over Aaron Donald. I mean, Marlon Humphrey's, like, really good. So, I mean, I get it. But, like, there's definitely some guys who shouldn't have gone above him. Octi says that as he's also... Yes, but I passed on him for Jalen Hurts and Sean Tucker. I have a built-in excuse. I got 2 of the best players at the 2 most important positions in the game. So I had a good reason. The only teams that go, yeah, they were both in your division. And now, obviously, they're not. But the AFC South is one of the best divisions in the league. I also have a built-in excuse. Yes, Nick picked 2 of the best players at 2 of the most important positions in the game. He has an excuse. Some of you guys have good reasons. Others of you don't. 3rd and 3. Dildos do get the 1st down. Nice play. Josh Downs again. Who's probably going to have to be the de facto number 1 with JSN out. I got Ayuk and Tua before Aaron Donald. I have an excuse. You also traded those guys, though. In a vacuum, I think those are probably better picks than Aaron Donald, but you didn't keep either of them. So I would 100% agree if you kept them. Not that the trades were like hard. I mean, I guess the Brandon Ayuk one was because of the 3 offers, that was the worst one. I'm going to continue to cope, but it's true. But like for Tua, you got 2-1, so I guess that's fair. Screenplay on 3rd and 9. Is it going to work? No, it's not. That was close. Is Anthony Walker's hurt? The fact is, people are just going to use their first few picks on guys who are 27 and under. I get that, but it's Aaron Donald. Like, I would have picked him over Joey Bosa, who I picked in the 3rd round in a heartbeat. And Joey Bosa, I think, is pretty good. I get he's old, but you're going to have probably at least 3 years with him. And towards the end, assuming you re-sign him, and at the end, you can just flip him. There's going to be some not as good coach who takes him on for a nice draft pick. Is it crazy to say that Najee in the 6th is a steal? Considering his OFL pedigree, I don't think that's, like, unreasonable. He is 25. He's older than most people think. Are we going to sit past the trade deadline? The trade deadline, I usually have it later. So, like, technically, yes. But the trade deadline here is usually, like, week 12 or whatever. I just think it's better to have it a little later in the year. I think week 8's way too early. Here's a screen for Brees. Again, helping out the breakout. Is Najee going to be Randy Moss and watched? He wasn't Randy Moss the first time we watched him, more so because Lamar just spammed read options. Why should I pick a 33-year-old when I pick a 25 or 26-year-old who's slightly worse? Yeah, but some of the 25 and 26-year-olds were not slightly worse. They were quite a bit worse. Like with you, a guy like Jeffrey Simmons over Aaron Donald, I get. And Aaron Donald went before Simmons, for one thing. But like Jeffrey Simmons ahead of him, I get. But there had to have been some guys who should not have gone before him. Look at Allen. Look at Allen. Remember when he jumped over a guy in one of the OFL Bowls last year? That was funny. Octi is an Aaron. I'm a simp for like the best player in the game, sure. I will gladly be. Up the middle, there's Brees Hall. His first run. He has a couple of receptions. Coming off a great game last week in Carolina's win over a good Lions team with a good defense. Josh Allen, top 10 most athletic white guys alive. I don't know if YouTube's going to let me say that word. So I'm probably not going to do it. But, yeah, he can move. And he can jump. And he can truck. If you were the Lions, would you rather have Aaron Donald for this playoffs or like are you saying Hutchinson for this playoffs or Hutchinson forever? Although Aiden Hutchinson is on a hot streak, if we're saying just this playoffs, I would probably think about Aiden Hutchinson because our defense is already made for where he's able to succeed. I feel like Aaron Donald would still be the practical pick if it's just this playoffs. I mean, it's not like our interior, other than Aleem McNeil, is like all that spectacular anyway. 3rd and 1, final play of the quarter. Handoff for Brees. He does not get it. Carolina's got a big decision to start the second quarter. You can go for the field goal and take the lead. I think that's what they will do, and I don't think that's like terrible. I know what I would do, and that's not kick the field goal because you're that close. You have the biggest quarterback in the league. Punch that sucker in. Good. Good for you, Carolina. Now, QB sneaks are not all that successful in this game, I will say that. But it also helps that Josh Allen's 6'5", 240. It's a pass! And the Dildos did not see it coming. Taysom Hill with the touchdown. Octi is a sim for a guy who dual wheels helmets like he's in Star Wars and smacks those people with helmets and then proceeds to get a slap on the wrist. I'm confused. I don't get that at all. Certain somebody does the same thing to me. Oh, you're saying I'm going to hit somebody on the head with a helmet? Are you saying I'm a... What? Wait. I'm confused. A certain somebody does the same thing to Mason Rudolph's stupid head, and it's assault. Oh, you're saying because Aaron Donald hit a guy on the head in training camp. Okay, I got it. You know I'm a sim for Myles Garrett. I've been on the Myles Garrett train forever. When everybody thought TJ Watt was better, I was on Team Myles Garrett. And now everybody except for, like, the Steelers fan base generally agrees. Are you, like, slow? I forgot Aaron Donald yanked at a dude in training camp. That feels so long ago. TJ Watt is, other than the Steeler fans, as we can see here with Denmark, he had 19 sacks. That's not a reason. I was always Team Myles Garrett. Well, you're Team Knowing Ball, clearly. TJ Watt has better stats. Stats don't matter. TJ Watt fans use fumble forces and interceptions to use to their case. He had 5 more sacks. But that's what happens when you're going to put more attention on Myles Garrett, who still generally is higher in pressures. He's higher in double team rate by a lot. Pressure rate and double team rate, Myles Garrett beats at significantly. Exactly. Aaron Donald's the greatest defensive player of all time, and it's not close at all. I think that's fair. I don't have a problem with that at all. I would have to study Lawrence Taylor's career a little bit more. I know he was obviously great. But, I mean, Aaron Donald's been the most disruptive player in the league, or one of, for a decade. So, no complaints with that. Good stop by Carolina. Chuba Hubbard doesn't get it. TJ also has the sack. I don't care. I don't care. If Myles Garrett got the amount of attention that TJ Watt did, he would get 25 sacks a year. JJ Watt over Aaron Donald. I will say this. JJ Watt's best year, 2014, is probably better than any Aaron Donald season. But Aaron Donald's also had the better career. Steeler fans are so delusional. I don't want to put all of them in that boat, but all like the TJ Watt people are delulu. Sacks for defensive guys is like passing yards for quarterback. Exactly. Passing yards is nice. Sure. But like Sam Howell's up there. JJ Watt's better than TJ and Myles. Absolutely. Absolutely. No question. But all time I'm picking Aaron Donald. Prime, I guess I would say Aaron Donald, but if you want like their best individual seasons, no defensive player in my lifetime has beaten 2014 JJ Watt. That guy was insane. How this went from the stream to a TJ and Myles discussion, I don't know. The vision if JJ was still really good on the Cardinals, even last year. He was still really good. I don't think people realize how good some of these like old guys have been. Like Antonio Brown when he was on the Bucs, I don't think people realize how good he was his last year. Ooh, Jonathan Allen's hurt. First JSN, now John Allen. But back to my point, I don't think people realize how good 2021 AB was before he went rogue and left in the middle of the game. Good throw by Allen. He's cooking. 8 of 10, 140 and 2 touchdowns. I told you I was fraudulent. I don't think you guys are frauds yet. I mean, maybe 3-1 was a little bit of a mirage, but I think this team's still good. Is TFL more important than sacks? Probably not. I mean, if you're like a run-defending defensive lineman, then yes. But I'm more interested in pass rush win rate and double team rate generally over sacks. If you have like 25 sacks, I get it. But still. AB was so different. I'll never get the AB and Julio debate. It's like, yes, Julio Jones is a cool person. Antonio Brown was better. I'm sorry. AB clears. 3rd and 10. Josh Allen's going to run with it. He's got room. He'll get it again. A.K.A. Boomer. Not even just it's mostly the children. AB absolutely clears Julio. I'm glad we're on the same page. You see Madubuike's pressures and sacks at nose. I haven't specific. I don't know what his pressure rate off the top of my head is. I know the sacks are good. I know he's been fantastic. He made the All-Pro team. I don't think he should have over like. I don't think Derek Brown made it, which is a travesty. But like, I don't have a major problem in a vacuum with Madubuike making it. It's just that he shouldn't have made it over like Derek Brown. Taysom Hill can hang on. I'm not paying for PFF. That's fair, but I think you can probably find stats elsewhere. PFF's the go-to, at least for me, but I imagine you can find them other places. Do people actually think... Yes, people think Julio was better. Julio was great. Don't get me wrong. Another nice run by Allen. Once Calvin retired, I think the 2 best receivers in the NFL in their primes since then are probably AB and Julio. You can make a case for Tyreek. You can make a case for Jettas. I'm picking AB and Julio. Media gave Miles Depoy in week 4, and even though he wasn't as good down the stretch, he still deserves it. Name 3 things Watt's better at. Oh, I'll get you. Clean up sacks, interceptions, and coverage. Yeah, TJ Watt clears, guys. He's better in coverage. Is AB top 10 receiver? I would have to say easily off the top of my head, yes. And of the receivers whose primes I've seen firsthand, he's second behind Megatron. I could see Jettas catching him, though. Nice touchdown for Devontae Adams. Why is he wearing 85? Oh, well. Carolina with 3 drives and 3 touchdowns. They lead 21-7. Miles can't drop back because he stinks. I mean, TJ Watt's better in coverage. I'm admitting it. If you're looking for the more versatile player, TJ Watt's your answer. I think dependent on the team, like the Steelers, you don't trade TJ Watt for Myles Garrett. But in a vacuum, I'm picking Myles Garrett. He has always been better. At least in the last, like, 3 or 4 years. Before that, that's too long ago to remember. Give me liberty. Give me death. Give me cleanup stacks versus the Browns or I retire. Oh, Josh Allen, 17. Oh, I'm stupid. Why didn't I think of that? There's a nice play by Jordan Davis. Can you share me your PFF account? No. Josh Allen, the pass rusher, was unbelievable this year. In the podcast, I put him first team All-Pro, albeit we did edges differently. We had 4 edge rushers instead of 2. But I put him first team. Not that he's the 4th best edge rusher, but I did it like positionally, so I had him over Max Crosby, even though Max Crosby was probably better. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me cleanup sacks and Cincy or I retire. Myles Garrett sacks after Thanksgiving. This stat is unavailable. Okay, that is kind of funny. I'll give you that. Is Allen the pass rusher up for contract? Yes, he is. Is there any chance the Jags let him go? I would have to think no. L'Jarius Sneed should have been... I thought about L'Jarius Sneed for All-Pro. I picked Charvarius Ward over him, his former teammate. But if L'Jarius Sneed made All-Pro, I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. He was great. After L'Jarius Sneed's rookie year, I got mad at like everything that ranked him over Jeff Okudah. I was very wrong. Nice interception on 3rd and 6 by Jimmy Ward. We might go into a simcast into the second half. Is that not Jimmy Ward? I don't know whatever Ward. It's not Charvarius Ward. It's not Denzel Ward. I think that is Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward doesn't have long hair, though. But I don't know who else that would be. You picked this game over Jets-Broncos. Not me. Don't shoot the messenger. Who is offensive player that you mean in the OFL or in real life? In the OFL, I will pound the table for Sean Tucker. Most scrimmage touchdowns, I think. MMGK is off to an awfully strong start. These guys are going to be 5-1 probably. Keyword is probably. You never know. To be fair, Nick makes a good point. Now, I will say, I thought this game and the Jets-Broncos were both equally good. I didn't have a problem with one over the other. We haven't watched any of these teams yet. We haven't simcasted it with any of them, so I was fine with picking either one. But he's not, like, wrong, I guess. Can I check injuries? Yes, I will, because you guys have a couple of them. All right, they should call a timeout and kick. No funny business. Or with 6 seconds at the 3, you can probably throw it for the end zone once. I would probably do that. I think they're going to kick, though. Yeah, I figured. I would probably go for the end zone once with a pass. Don't run it. Don't scramble. Don't do anything stupid. Calvin, Randy, Rice, Brown, Fitz, Owens, Jefferson, Jones, Hill, Marv is my top 10-ish. I wouldn't put Jefferson there, but like in terms of like primes, I kind of get it because Justin Jefferson's just so absurd. They're not even going to try a Hail Mary. Boo! Chuck it downfield. Boo! I mean, I guess it is Mac Jones. He's not going to get that thing past 50 yards. But whatever. Big start for Carolina here in the first half. They lead 24-7. So we're going to simcast through the second half. If the dildos make it a game, we can hop back in. I didn't mean to watch the kickoff, by the way, but if you guys want to watch it, here it is. Cooper Kupp 2021, Jerry Rice Prime, Megatron Prime, or Moss. Take Cooper Kupp off the list. Polar Bear. Cooper Kupp in 2021 was elite. Don't take this as disrespect, but what are we doing? In terms of Prime, Jerry might be third. I have Jerry first, but in terms of Prime, he wasn't as dominant probably as either one of those guys. Between Moss and Calvin, I think I'd pick Randy Moss. I'm always happy to push the Calvin agenda. Nice touchdown for the Panthers. I'm always happy to push the Calvin agenda, but in terms of primes, I don't think anybody was better than Randy Moss. Dildo's got to stop, finally. They got a touchdown. Is this the dagger? They get another touchdown. Chris Paul hits a huge 3 to cut the lead to 43. Big win for the Panthers, who are now 5-1. They look like a legit contender in the NFC. They beat a good team here in Watch on the road. They've done well in Sim. They've beaten really good teams. They've passed all the tests so far. Josh Allen was absurd. Player of the week type numbers. Mac was... He had a day. Up and down. Josh Allen also... He has to win Player of the Week. Unless somebody just goes off in Sim, he has to. He was a star. Good... Yeah, you guys are... I mean, good might be generous, but you're not bad. You're 3-3. You've played pretty well this year. I don't know if this team's like a OFL. Carolina's an OFL Bowl contender. I don't know if the Dildos are, but like, they're not bad. And really, the Panthers should have won by more than 20. It's just that the Dildos got some garbage time points. Let's check on their injuries and then we'll sim. Unless anybody needs me to do something. Sim gods, please. Do we play the Chiefs this week or is that Dallas? Regardless, we better not lose, or else I'm throwing hands. I can live with 4-3 with our 1 losses to the Bears. We play Dallas. Okay, please, team. Please, for the love of God, don't lose. 4 games for John Allen, 4 games for Jackson Smith and Jigba. Ooh. Is likely starting. I'll check. And I'll check on Jeffrey Simmons as well. And then we can sim. Let's check in on Isaiah. Nope. Ravens are lower. Who else would they have at tight end? Yeah, no, it's likely. If you don't want him, I'll take him. I need him. With Juwan Johnson out for the year. Okay, where am I looking for? I'm looking for the Jets. I could have gone the other way. Jeffrey Simmons is out for 5 weeks. Danny Gray. Oh, Brees breakout. I know he had some big catches. I don't think they gave it to him a lot late, which kind of sucks. Yeah, no, that's unfortunate. All right, I'll check the Armadillos, and then we are good to go. Hopefully. Why am I nervous? We're playing the Cowboys. There we go. You can have Logan Thomas. I'll trade like a 6 for Logan Thomas right now, please. I love you, Hakeem Butler. You should be nervous. I respect it. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, our game's going to be close to the end. Oh, of course it is. Raiders lose to the streaking Huskies. 3 in a row. We got a Kirk Cousins pass. Nathan Rourke was not good. There's a reason why the Raiders are the favorites to get Mr. Flowers. Rams, they've won 3 in a row. Are the Rams back? The Huskies and the Dildos had the same record. The Voyagers could theoretically get first place, and the Jets... Imagine if the Jets are in last. That'd be funny. I want the Jets to be good, because, like... I want to see the good coaches eat. But I also want to see the not as good coaches. I want to see everybody eat. You know who's not eating so far? The Titans. They're 0-2 today. Big win for Baltimore after losing to the Steelers. Are the Titans coming back down to earth? I also got a hint about the Blues, so they might be coming back down to earth too. Hogs, yep, there you go. They beat the Blues. So the River Hogs are now only 1 game behind the Blues and the Titans. Great stream so far for Virginia Beach. And thank you for helping my draft pick, my Blues pick. I appreciate it. Oh, yikes. The Seahawks lose 21-0 against the Bengals. CML, I hope you kept your draft pick. Warren Flowers, it might be time to learn Seattle. Both quarterbacks were abysmal. I mean, watch Sam Howell can play. Sam Howell, I don't know. I think the NFC West is still very open, but the Rams are playing well, the Niners are playing well, so Steelers at a bye week, Titans lost. Voyagers are in first place. They beat the Giants 27-20. Up and down game for Deshaun Watson. Dildos obviously lost. Bears beat the Black Knights 28-7. Thank you for helping my draft pick, Todd. I appreciate it. Richardson wasn't that bad, though. Only 6 yards an attempt, but Baker Mayfield was pretty good. His best sim game of the year. And the Bears are now 4-2. Who did the Bears play next week before us? DJ Reed with a pick! Oh, they play the Raiders. Oh. So they're going to be 5-2 coming into our game. Hopefully we're going to be 4-2. The teams we're playing aren't much better. Get me a watch game ASAP. Broncos country. They played the Chiefs. They played the Chiefs, the Dreads, and the Chiefs. They should be 7-1, theoretically. Maybe they get a loss on there, but they should be no worse than 6-2 at the end of the day. Tua with an awesome game against a really good Chiefs defense. Even though I don't think this Chiefs team's very good, their defense is one of the best. Browns. Oh, God! 52 points allowed. And I liked Cleveland's defense. 17 allowed, but then 42, 48, 35, 52. Yikes! Their defense is good on paper. Trevor Lawrence might be the MVP of the league so far. He's balling. Joe Mixon with a great game. Cooper Kupp played very well. 2.5 sacks for Von Miller. We'll get to see the Niners in Simcast against the Black Knights. The Bulls lose to the Condoms, 20-14. Clifford Coleman time in Cleveland. Clearly, they need some coverage. They have Marshall Lattimore, though, and Denzel Ward. But clearly, I guess 2 defensive backs doesn't make a secondary. Wait till we see Lawrence and Watched. Yeah, that'll be a different story. There's a reason why Trevor Lawrence fell to the 3rd round. Caps lose to the Lions. They have not won since week 1. I thought this team was going to be good. I've always thought offense matters more than defense, but clearly you cannot neglect defense. I didn't neglect defense, it's just bad. Same can be said with Cleveland. Us in Cleveland at least tried on defense. Ooh, 45-14. The offense played well, the defense played well. 200 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. While Lap Dance Lance has been really bad these last 2 games after he's played really well before that. Sean Tucker did his thing. Jalen Hurts ran well. Debo with a nice game. We allowed an 85-yard touchdown to Demario Douglas. Nico and Hopkins both played well. Thank you, Funny. Thank you for letting us kill you. Zach Allen, 2 sacks. Can we get something out of their Jabbo? Deron Bland interception. Nice. Congrats. You beat a tanking team. You need all the wins you can get in this league, okay? I expected a win, but you never know. I'm going to enjoy it. And the Cowboys hopefully are going to enjoy it too. This helps both of us. The problem for Dallas is that their division sucks. They lost. The Giants lost. The Commies lost. We haven't gotten to the Eagles yet. But if the Eagles played and lost, then everybody in the division will have lost. The first place team in the NFC East will be 2-4. And if the Eagles have a bye week, they'll be in first place at 2-3 by default. Condoms won. Cowboys lost. Dreads had a bye week. And the Eagles lost, because of course they did. So somebody at 2-4, I guess it would probably still be Dallas, is in first place. Dak played really well. Matthew Stafford's been disappointing so far. I expected more out of him. Montgomery played really well, though, for the Eagles. Nick Chubb was also pretty good. Christian Kirk and Marvin Mims lead the way in the air. This is like the AFC South from the last season of OFL 23, but like apparently on steroids. Have we gone through the other one? I don't think anybody had a bye week, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's everyone all right. Imagine not winning this week. Imagine. Imagine you in the NFC East. I mean, on paper, the NFC East is not bad. Hobie's a great coach. Original and Mr. Rob have won championships. They've won OFL Bowls. And Funny's new, but I think he's done a pretty good job. Players of the week, obviously Josh Allen. Jalen Hurts, hell yeah. Jalen Johnson and Eddie Jackson. You mean the OFL 20? Well, that was bad every year. I don't think the NFC East is going to be bad every year. Here's your standings update. Only 4 teams have 1 loss. How many teams have one win? 5. Although 3 of them had bye weeks. Original is a Matt Corral merchant. He's also an OFL World Champion. Steelers are now a half a game ahead of Baltimore with the Ravens winning. The Blues and the Titans lead the South, but the Hogs and the Condoms are coming. It's a 4-team race in this division. 4-team race in the AFC East as well. The Voyagers are a game ahead of everybody. And then in the AFC West, I think it's a 2-team race. The Broncos have a game-and-a-half lead on the Chargers. 2 of the better teams, I would say, in the league right now. Lions lead the North. Actually, they're tied with Chicago. Might be a 2-team race there. Certainly a 2-team race here. Atlanta and Carolina might be the 2 best teams in the league right now entirely. This division sucks balls. And then the Niners lead the West, although the Rams are playing a lot better. Cardinals started strong, and, I mean, Seattle on paper is good. All right, that'll bring us into Week 7. Is this, I think this is our, no, we're simcasting this week. Yeah, this is the Niners and the Knights. Number generator lands on 2. That's the Knights, so Little Jock can pick his stuff. I am an honorary Niners fan this week. Both of my team's draft picks are 0-2 today. Let's keep it going. I saw our result. Yeah, congrats. For your sake, I mean, I want to see Little Jock do well, but, like, I also have a draft pick here, so. What jerseys would you like to wear? Do they have different helmets? No, I don't think any of the teams have different helmets. Never mind. Do they have an all black? Do they have red pants by chance? You got some choices. All black. That's a good call. All right, on to our second simcast of the day. Possible MVP frontrunner Trevor Lawrence and the retirement home San Francisco 49ers face off against the London Black Knights, who are 0-2 so far today, but they've had some good games. Cough, cough, against us, cough, cough. You think I've fallen off as a coach? No, I don't think so. I think you've just gotten unlucky because you've played against equally bad teams. Your second highest rated player is Greg Dortch. On paper, you should be tanking effectively. Did I say London? I meant Paris. I'm not used to these new locations, guys. You're going to have to bear with me. Niners start off 7-0. The Black Knights should score a field goal here, and they do. Niners with another touchdown. Paris gets one right back. 14-10 into the third. Niners add to the lead. All right, into the fourth. Actually, we should go slower. Hold on. I know it doesn't look like much of the game, but just in case the Black Knights make it interesting. Why didn't they go for 2 there? That feels like a mistake. Okay, I think we're gonna still simcast, unless everybody strongly disagrees. It's an 11-point game. Kevin said he wants to start Malik Cunningham. Did he? I don't see that. If he wants to, he can be my guest. Sam's, okay. Glad we're on the same page. They are kind of moving it, though. Hold on. Our defense is pathetic. You're playing against the MVP frontrunner right now. You could be doing worse. Okay, they do score. They don't get the 2. Javon Kinlaw. Ow, my hamstring. Onside kick. Goes to the Niners. This is true clock time. I think we should still sim. 3rd and 2. They got it. Okay. So the Niners are going to win. Good comeback here at the end from the Paris Black Knights. But they didn't have enough dog in them until the 4th. I will say they did have a lot of dog in the 4th. I'll give them that. The Niners are what? 4-3? 5-2? I think they're 5-2 actually. And I think they're 3-0 today. They look great. While the Knights have now lost all 3 games so far. Both QBs played well. Trevor Lawrence was solid for his standards, which are high. Anthony Richardson also wasn't bad. Mixon played really well again. Pacheco was solid. A few receivers were pretty good. 2 sacks for Drew Sanders. How bad is it? They have Marlon Humphrey. They have some good corners. I forget who their second one is. But I know they have Marlon Humphrey. Why did you trade your first? I don't know, but I'm not complaining. I almost traded it before we started today. I'm happy I didn't. And I almost traded it for a return that I would be regretting right now. Put it that way. Start Malik. Okay. Fair enough. What happens if Malik Cunningham wins? Frank just gaslighted the hell out of you. I hope you know that. If it was a watched game, I'd get it, but I hope it works out for your sake, because it would be funny. All right, go team. Please don't lose to the Chiefs. They're starting Bailey Zappi. I want to say, fair enough. I mean, it's your team, not mine. Again, I hope you win. It would be hilarious. Oh, we're going to be one of the early ones this time. Thank God. All right, the Blues get back on the win column. They beat the Bulls, who are 0-3 today. St. Louis improves to 5-2. I guess not all my draft picks can do well, unfortunately. But at least I have Paris's. We lost. No way. I got to see that right now. I don't care. I'm skipping. They beat the Rams in overtime. They didn't even really pass the ball that much. Yeah, Malik Cunningham wasn't even good, and they still won. That means this Steelers team, top to bottom, is good. What a win for the Steelers. I don't think it's that embarrassing because it's not like Malik Cunningham played well. I think it's more so just that the Steelers are good. So honestly, I wouldn't be that embarrassed, but it is still kind of funny. We were on the Blues. Broncos, damn it, they keep winning. Denver is 6-1. They look like a contender, I'll be honest. Tua played a good game. Justin Fields did not. I mean, to be fair, he did throw 77% completion percentage. Lyle Collins allowed 3 sacks. Who had all the numbers? 2 for Malik Reed and 1 for Nick Herbig. Okay. I wasn't familiar with his game. He wasn't good, though. It's just that the rest of the team played well. Browns lose to the Hogs, who are 3-0 today. So after a rough stream last go-around for Virginia Beach, they're back. And it's been their defense, I feel like, the reason why they've been successful, more so than their offense. Roger Jones allowed 2 sacks. How did I pull off that Laramie Tunsil trade for him? I don't know. I'm not complaining. Bulls lost. Caps keep losing. They have not won since week 1. I'm pretty sure they still have all their picks. Oh, somebody got hurt. Brock Purdy got hurt. Mike White came in and dominated. And Stroud was also good, but his defense can't stop a fly. I think I've traditionally started my backup week. That sounds about right. Kevin usually starts the backup quarterback pretty occasionally. So, yeah, I think you're correct about that. Cardinals beat Seattle. What is going on in Seattle? Jesus Christ, they're 1-5. Big win for the Cardinals after starting 0-2. They're back in business. They're back over 500. I know C-Mill said it isn't in him to tank. I feel like he definitely wouldn't tank. But if there's a generational Oklahoma State quarterback, I feel like he's got to at least think about it. Oh, God! 48-3! How about them Chargers? We were down 3-0 after the first quarter as well. 154 yards of offense. What happened to our defense? The only changes I made was that I swapped Ajabo and Landry's positions. Okay, I'll take it. Jalen Hurts played pretty well. Bailey Zappi was oh my God, he completed 28% of his passes for a passer rating of 11. We are so back. Nico is the best receiver. Debo was great as well. Joey Bosa, 2.5 sacks. Love to see it. Interceptions for Kirby and DeRon Bland. What happened to our defense? You played cupcake teams. You're absolutely right. I will not deny that. But I'm also not going to complain. I think it was more so our defense just kind of got unlucky. I don't know how we allowed 31 here. I get that the 3 teams we've just played against, the best quarterback of that group was Trey Lance. But still, I'm going to enjoy this. I don't care. Commies lose to the Giants. Somebody had to win this game, and it ends up being New York. Of all the teams in the NFC East, the Commanders are the worst one. They've got some good players on their roster. Mr. Rob, hit me up. Bailey Zappi's passer rating is the average age of the victims on Epstein Island. I don't know if YouTube's going to let me say that either, but I just did. Wait, you guys did lose to the Chiefs? I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right, week 4. Yikes. We were on the commies. We saw the condoms. Dallas had a bye. Oh, wait, no, we didn't see the condoms because they didn't play anybody. Dallas didn't play anybody. The Dreads lost. The Eagles are back on the win column. They beat the Armadillos, who started 3-1, but they're 0-3 today. Mac Jones threw 4 interceptions, while Matthew Stafford only completed 56% of his passes. But other than that, he might be back. Josh Jacobs played well in his return despite the loss. A lot of interceptions. Falcons won. Niners won. Giants won. Huskies finally lose only by 1 to the 5-2 Louisville Voyagers. Kyler did outplay Deshaun Watson. Greg Dortch played really well again. The fact that, Kyler Murray hasn't been all that good and Greg Dortch is still putting up these numbers is ridiculous. He might be a legit Offensive Player of the Year candidate. I'm not even kidding. Ravens demolish the Lions. Wow. Big win for Baltimore against a good Detroit team. Kind of like the real-life scenario. Bryce Young was solid. Will Levis was not. He was picked off 3 times, the same amount of times that Javonte Williams found the end zone. Why do I get a hard schedule, but Octi gets cupcakes? I don't know, but I'm not complaining. It's not my fault. Everybody on my schedule wants to tank, okay? Panthers at a bye week. The Raiders lose to the Bears. So the Bears are 3-0 today. We're 2-0 today. That's going to prove to be a really fun Simcast game between two teams that look hot. Nathan Rourke was not abysmal. He was worse than Baker Mayfield, but he wasn't abysmal. Bijan Robinson played probably his best game as a Bear. 2.5 sacks for Fletcher Cox, 1.5 for Reddick. I feel like TJ Watt's been underwhelming. I haven't seen him high on the sack list at all. The Rams lost, which is hilarious. The Ravens won. Hogs won. Seattle apparently stinks. Steelers won. Titans had a much-needed bye week. Voyagers won. Dildos lost. Bears won. Bengals had a bye week. The Knights lost. The Blues won. Oh, we started with the Knights. That's everyone. Do you think I should trade my picks so I can make a playoff push? I mean, clearly your team isn't that bad, which is odd because Greg Dortch is the second highest rated player. You do have a lot of picks, though. Jalen Hurts wins back-to-back Players of the Weeks. You can say that the Cowboys and Chiefs are tanking, but they're tanking on offense, not defense, especially not the Chiefs. Along with Aaron Jones, Bobby Wagner, and TJ Edwards. I feel like Jalen Hurts' numbers weren't even that good, though. I mean, against the Chiefs, I will take it because their defense is ridiculously good. But there was nobody in the AFC who was better. I mean, I'll take it, but... all the one-loss teams won. All the one-win teams lost. Actually, except for Carolina, because they had a bye week. The Steelers are 5-1. They're a half game ahead of the Ravens, with both teams winning. How did we score 30 with 2 offensive touchdowns? That's a great question. I don't know. The Blues are back in first place at the South. It still looks like any team can get this. The East, the Voyagers are now taking a little control. And then in the West, the Broncos have control, but I think this could be a really fun 2-team race. We might have the highest scoring offense in the league with a bye week. That's pretty impressive. The Bears passed Detroit for first in the North. Atlanta passes Carolina just because Carolina had a bye week, although Atlanta has the tiebreaker as of now anyway. The Giants and Eagles both won. Good for them. They take first in the East, while the Niners are in first in the West. Do we actually have the highest scoring offense? Yes, we do, with the bye week. The Titans are in third, though, to be fair. And Carolina's up there as well. All right, I can put Kenny Pickett back at quarterback, unless you don't want to, but I think you said that you did. For your own sake, you probably should. Malik Cunningham and Watch would be interesting, and I say that because we are about to watch the Steelers. Check points allowed for defense. Yeah, let's do that as well. Atlanta and the Broncos, neither of them have had their bye weeks, have allowed less than 100. Denver's point differential is over 100. They have to be the only team. That's really impressive for 7 games. Wow, we're not even that high. We are super... Did I pass us? No, we're at the bottom. I don't care that the last 3 offenses we've played suck. We have a top 7 scoring defense. We haven't played a real offense since week 3, and that was with this guy at quarterback, but oh well, I'll take it. All right, let's make sure CeeDee Lamb is Mr. Slot. That's not slot. There we go. I think everybody wishes they were in the NFC East right now. Why do I have to have the Broncos? All right, do we want to start with the Simcast game, which is the Bears and the Chargers, or do we want to start with the watch game, which is the Blues and the Steelers? I don't really care. I don't mind ripping the Band-Aid off for us, but I'll do what everybody wants. Simcast, and my vote's for Simcast as well. Okay, everybody wants the Sim. I don't know what I'm doing wrong on defense. I wish I had an answer for you, but I cannot explain it. Your defense on paper is really good. I don't get it. We have to watch the Seahawks and the Browns. The Warren Flowers battle. Oh, God. It lands on 2. That's us. And again, unfortunately, I can't pick the Bears jerseys because EA stinks. I think I did blue and yellow last time. I think what I'm going to do today... Oh, trade just happened. Unless it involves the Bears, we can still do Simcast here, because it doesn't involve me. What in the world? Are we improving that? Oh, my Lord. Okay, I think I'm going to save the navies for an actual watch game. So I think we're going to go Royal today. Navy's definitely my favorite, but we're going to do Royal for this one. Start Aubrey. I can start Aubrey anyway, but I don't know if I can just make that trade. Can't you? I cannot switch both jerseys with the same controller, which sucks. Hakeem Butler 4 he had wait. He did not have 3 touchdowns last week. No, he didn't. I gotta go back. Did he get 3 touchdowns? OFL 20 Hall of Famer Hakeem Butler? Hold on. Hold the phone. What am I missing? I gotta see this before we get into the Simcast. He did! Wow! I'm sorry, Hakeem Butler. I knew you were good. I didn't know you were that good. Alrighty. Bolt up. I said at the beginning of the day I could live with 4 and 3, which I guess I still can, especially considering the Bears are playing really well. But let's make it 5 and 2. Good start. Okay, good first quarter. Bears win. Jalen Hurts throws 3 picks. How do we tell them? Defense is balling. There we go. There we go. 21-0. What team is Hakeem Butler? Whose team do you think he's on? Of course he's on my team. Let's keep it up, fellas. 28-0. Yeah, I don't think we need to hop in. I think this is over. 31. Is this the dagger? 34-7. What a day for the Chargers. I get we played 2 teams that are tanking, but we just blew out a great Bears team. Our defense allowed like 30 points today. And we did it against a real team this time. I don't think there's many teams right now that are better than the Chargers, but the Broncos are legitimately probably one of them. Or at least we're in the same tier. 3 interceptions for Jalen Hurts? I think not. 3 touchdowns. He might win Player of the Week again. He won Player of the Week in both games he's played, and he was better in this one than the first 2. Baker completed 80% of his passes. He also threw the ball 5 yards downfield each play, clearly. Sean Tucker and Bijan Robinson were both bad. First bad Sean Tucker game of the year. I'm not complaining. We won by 30. How about the defense? Not a ton of sacks. Ojabo's been a ghost out there. And then no interceptions. 34 points allowed is unacceptable. Yeah, but when you're playing against the best offense in the league, it happens. You have bad days sometimes. Nico's hurt. Wait, what? It did not show an injury symbol. Hold on. Don't scare me. What happened to Nico? Okay, he's fine. Thank goodness. Maybe he got hurt during the game, but he's fine. All right, that relieves me. How's our defense in 83? We were in 85 2 hours ago, and I only switched 2 positions. Whatever. It's fine. All right, on to the watch game. It lands on 2 again. Does this thing only land on 2? Okay, it just landed on 1 3 times in a row. Never mind. But 2 is the Steelers. Did I make Kenny Pickles the starter? Bring out Brandon Aubrey. I need my... So we're not doing the trade. I can still start Brandon Aubrey if you'd like. But that doesn't feel like a fair trade. I should probably put a check on the other trade while we're at it, because I already did that. Okay, I already did. Perfect. I didn't allow 30 to the self-proclaimed best offensive team in the league. Let me show you something real quick with the Rams here. Hold on. Let me show you. 259, 177. And it's not like we've played an extra game. 4 teams have had buys, and we're one of them. So, yeah. Our quarterback is right at the top for the MVP. Our running back might be right at the top for Offensive Player of the Year. Jalen Hurts is first in passing yards. Sean Tucker's second in rushing yards. And they're both probably first in touchdowns. I'm just saying. All right, what jersey would you like? Technically, I have played an extra game, but I'm also even with everybody else. Pretty much 90% of the league has played 7 games. The Bears have played 8, but we've only played 7. Give him his 5th. No. That's not a fair trade. I can start whoever he wants at quarterback. The glazing is crazy. Nothing I said was wrong. Here, I'll show you. Nothing I said was wrong. It's not, these are hard. It's not glazing if it's true. We've scored the most points. We led the league in points after last week with the bye week. What playbook and scheme do you run? I run Dallas on both sides of the ball. I guess I haven't put them in the thing, but I can't, like, gatekeep it from everyone. Give me my 5th. No. You can start who you want, again, but the glazing is still crazy, but it's also true. Starting kickers is... It's his team. He can do whatever he wants. Color Rush. That's a great choice. That's the best ones they have here. Ball knower. Me, personally, I would have been a gatekeeper. Yeah, but I want to be fair. Everybody knows Dallas is good anyway, so it's not like I'm hiding a non-known fact. All right, I'm going to fill up my drink. I'll be back in a second. Don't let the place blow up, guys. All right, we're back. I'm really curious to see how these two teams play because they've both been pleasant surprises. I thought they would both be good. I didn't know they'd be this good. The Blues are 5-2. The Steelers are, I think, 5-1. So this should prove to be a good game. All I'm saying is Carolina playbook has low-key fixed my offense. Clearly, your offense minus our game, which was a simcast. Simcast results are a little different. In the other 3 games, your offense has been really good. Do we allow scheme changes midstream? We don't. Depth chart changes, yes. Trades, yes. But scheme changes, no. Go Stillers. So here comes the Blues offense, led by quarterback Justin Herbert, who's off to a really strong start this year. A big reason why the team is 5-2. He said start Aubrey. Yeah, I should probably write that down. Just so I don't forget. That'd be bad if I did. What if the Cowboys lose to a kicker? Or not the Cowboys. What if the Rams lose to a kicker? That would be something. Keenan Allen's hurt. Oh, boy. That's kind of the big deal. Because he's kind of good. I'm 3-0. Imagine not being 3-0 in this stream. Imagine. He hasn't played Surtain. That's 100% fair. No arguments. Justin Herbert has not played Pat Surtain. Then it's confirmed Madden hates you. I don't have a disagreement to that. I'm also 3. Yeah, imagine not being us, Denmark. Imagine not being 3-0. Or I guess undefeated in general, because the Steelers are 2-0. The Lions and the Raiders at home. What if they lose that? Go Raiders! Please. Don't you mean 0-3? Because I don't need to imagine that. I'm sorry. Wait, aren't you guys... I thought you guys had a bye week. I think you're only 0-2, if that makes you feel better. Niners, Hogs, and Chargers are in fact cooking. Denver's also 3-0. We don't need to include Denver if we don't want to, guys. They're going to give him forward progress for the first down. He was like 3 yards beyond the line, but he was also tackled 3 yards behind it. So it's like, what do you do there? Herbert up the middle. Oh, big play and a big broken tackle. To the 24, that's Isaiah McKenzie. Nice broken tackle. This is Alvin Kamara. He gets it to the 18. It's also the Derrick Henry revenge game because he was drafted in the fantasy draft by Jacksonville, who is now obviously the Blues. And he, of course, was traded to the Steelers, where he's been really good. Herbert, 6 of 6. He's also looking really good. Opinions on the NFC West. I think the NFC West is definitely one of the better divisions in the league. The Niners look really good. I still think the Rams are good. The Cardinals are playing well, and I still have a little ounce of optimism for Seattle to be competitive, but they have not won a sim game all year. Alvin Kamara with the touchdown. So the Blues march right down the field. A quick start for the St. Louis offense. And they lead at 7-0. My defense is looking like Swiss cheese. That was not a great start. Let's see how the Pittsburgh offense looks as we get a look at Kenny Pickles, who leads the way for Pittsburgh. I know the Steelers' color rush jerseys look really good like in the menus, but in the game, they look even better. These jerseys are hard. All black with a lot of yellow. It just goes so well together. Kenny Pickles has so much aura in that jersey. This looks like a faster stream than expected. Definitely. I mean, the first watch game being a simcast for the entire second half certainly helps that. And of the 3 simcast games, we've only hopped in and watched 1. Albeit that 1 did go into overtime. We watched basically a full half of that. Here's Derrick Henry. Goes backwards. Who's 56? Demario Davis. One of the best in the business. Brings him down, and it's now a 3rd and 11. Pickett floats it up. Downfield, it's incomplete. That receiver could have been open. I think that was a running back. That might have been Ramondre. I don't know. Is that Kareem Hunt? That looks like Kareem Hunt, but I don't see why he'd be in the game, let alone lined as a receiver. Did the game change Laviska Shenault's number at running back? Or maybe that was Ramondre. I don't know. Good start for the Blues. They get a touchdown and they force a 3-and-out. Not a bad start. I forgot. I need to root for the Steelers. Because I had the St. Louis pick. Go Steelers! So far, not exactly a great start for them. We'll see if that changes here. Herbert with a strike. What a throw! That was good coverage, too. But is that Paris Campbell? Does that say Campbell or Treadwell? No, that's Campbell. Paris Campbell comes down with it. Kareem Hunt, the best wide receiver in the nation. Herbert, good throw. He is not missing. Looking like Jalen Hurts out here. Okay, I'll stop. Up the middle, Keenan Allen back in the game. Remember Sally and OFL? We had Sally, we had Patrick. Were they like Dan's children or Dan's siblings? I don't remember the story. I mean, I don't know how they'd be children. Dan would have conceived them at like 2. That's some Epstein type stuff, guys. Here come the fraud allegations. I mean, you guys will only have 2 losses if you lose today. Losing in a watch game obviously isn't ideal because pretty much all the playoff games are in watch. But, I mean, this team would still be good. If they lose by 50, then maybe I'll throw the F word around. But it is a bad look thus far. It is early as well. Both watch games last year were really close. And now We had a blowout earlier, and again, it's early. I don't want to jump the gun, but this game hasn't exactly been close. Had the Steelers had like one individual play in the entire game where it was like, wow, that was a nice play by the Steelers? I can't think of one. Unfortunately, which again, I need the Steelers to win for my draft pick. In real life, Jalen Hurts, a coffee baby. Or OFL, Jalen Hurts, nuclear bomb. That's pretty accurate. He like legitimately might win Player of the Week for every game he plays today. The Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence MVP is going to be a movie. There's Keenan Allen with the touchdown. Aaron Banks, the guard, is hurt though. Well, that's not ideal for the Blues. But other than that, this game has been going just about perfectly through the first 8 minutes. They have 2 touchdown drives where the Steelers have like 2 yards. Maybe. Yes, we'll be able to check the awards at the end because that starts in week 9. You're right. So we'll be able to take a look at that. Can things get any worse for the Steelers? They have it at the 9. No, we can't watch Jets Broncos. We have to watch Panthers and Dildos and Blues Steelers. To be fair, these 2 games on paper did look really good. And if you combine the records going into this dream, these teams were 7-1. The Panthers and the Dildos were 6-2. Whereas you, the Jets, were dragging down the other game. So I'm just saying. What in the world? I mean, they got the first. Okay, that was a weird play, though. Gain of 12, nonetheless, for Laviska Shenault. Your team sucks. Mine's better. Tell him. Cook him. That'll end the first. 14-0. I'm speaking the truth. While that you're not wrong, that game was better, but these 2 games are not bad choices at all. On paper. It's easy to play revisionist history, but dear God, that was not a good throw. 3rd and 5. Broken up in the secondary by Jalen Ramsey. Kenny ain't looking too hot is right. Okay, now I think it's time to get worried for the Steelers. If it wasn't time already, which it probably was after that first drive. They have 1 first down so far. That's more than they had on the last drive. Give them credit, but slow start, that's for sure. So the Blues have it back at the 20. They are looking strong so far, leading 14-0. Here's Kamara down the field. He's got one man to beat it, Surtain, who catches up at the 37. Kamara, by the way, 69 yards. Nice. A touchdown-saving tackle by Pat Surtain, but still a massive play for the Blues, who continue to have everything go their way. Herbert wants it all. He's got it all. What a throw for Keenan Allen. It's 21-0. What a dot. Right for the corner of the end zone. Oh, baby, what a throw. That's like football porn. That was beautiful. Oh, my goodness. The OFL record for most completions without a miss is 23. I thought Josh Allen in that one wildcard game had more. I might be wrong. Last year when he was on, in OFL 22, 2 years ago, when he was on the Bison, I know he had completed 100% of his passes. I know the number was in the 20s, but I don't remember the exact number. I feel like it was higher, but I might be wrong. With each passing play, my complaints get that much louder. If we get another halftime sim, can we get it another week? No. Maybe we can get like another Simcast game. Maybe. We're not doing another week. Is this Anthony Schwartz? I feel like Anthony Schwartz would be good in this game at kick returning. I feel like speed is probably the most important thing in kick. I guess that's not like a bold take, but I mean, there's one thing I'm looking for. It's probably speed, and he's got it. Who do the Hogs play? I don't know. Let's see the schedule. You guys play. The Bulls, who are 0-3 today. I don't know if that's the game we'd pick. I mean, the Browns Seahawks, the Warren Flowers Bowl looks tempting. Good throw by Pickles. Out to Christian Watson. What we probably do the game that got second place. Which, okay, that was the Bears Chargers. We already did that. It would probably be one of Falcons, Titans, or Condoms and Panthers because they would be next up on the vote. Yeah, we can't. I wish we could simcast Bears and Chargers again. I'd love to relive that. But unfortunately, we can't. Can't get everything you want, kids. Although, unless there's a game that like really has popped out because of certain teams now playing well, even though those games are currently next on the list, we also made the poll after week 4, and things have changed, so we can evaluate. But maybe this game is close. I don't know. Maybe the Steelers figure it out. Look at the read option. Kenny Pickett, or Kenny Pickles, sorry, he gets 16. And the Steelers do get the ball at half. Yeah, Kevin's right. I'm just saying, I don't want to rule them out yet. If they don't score a touchdown on this drive, then maybe we can. But I don't want to rule them out yet. Their offense has woken up. They have a pulse. We've seen, like, no Derrick Henry today. He's not hurt. He's in the backfield. I feel like they've barely used him. They should probably do that. Or not. Play action. And he throws it away. 3rd and 10. I kind of thought the Blues uniforms will look good in game, and I think that's come true. I like these. I think their stuff might look better with the blue jerseys. Oh, he was open too. Pickles underthrows him. He was wide open. Justin Herbert would have made that throw, just saying. So the Steelers will score. They only get a field goal, though. It remains a 3-possession game. Could we be looking at a 28-3 lead? Oh, there's a penalty. Oh! Roughing the kicker! I wasn't looking when he did it. Automatic first down for Pittsburgh. Oh, boy! This changes things. A costly penalty by Joshua Williams, who they just got via trade from Kansas City, coming into the stream with a costly penalty. Play action. 2nd and 3. Boink! Big hit. That was right in his hands. 54 jars it out. That's Camus Grugier Hill. And now it's 3rd and goal. Pickles goes short and complete. I would consider going for it. Normally, I wouldn't. If it was like 10-7, I wouldn't. You're down 21-0. What do you have to lose? I'm not surprised they're kicking. I would go for it. The offense has gotten a little momentum on this drive. I get you haven't been able to succeed here in the red zone. But you're down by 3 scores. And a field goal keeps it as a 3-score game anyway. Yeah, Darnell Washington's 6'7". He's gigantic. Use him. Steelers, what are we doing? Use him like Hakeem Butler. And he's not even 6'7". Darnell Washington's bigger. Wow, Keenan's having a great year. He has 10 touchdowns on 30 catches. He's getting in the end zone a third of the time he's getting the ball. That's like junior year Jalen Waddle at Alabama. He got in the end zone like 25% of the time he touched the ball. The fact that Keenan Allen's doing it is more impressive because, for one thing, it's not Jalen Waddle's explosiveness. It's Keenan Allen. He's an elite route runner, but he's not Mr. Explosive. And he's doing it against the pros. History and Wrigley? Yeah, I was getting the title set up as the running into the kicker happened. That's why I didn't see it. Oh, what a block! Paris Campbell! He's gone! And the St. Louis Blues lead it 28-3. Nobody tell this to Kyle Shanahan. We're not going to sim yet, because it is the first half. If it's 35-3 in the first half, we'll sim. I'll give you that. I don't think Herbert's thrown an incompletion. This is unbelievable. We don't sim until half. I'm willing to make exceptions, but I still think it's too early. The Blues there's a 99% chance they're going to win this game. But, theoretically, if the Steelers score here, use all the time, I guess it would be a 3-score game, technically. Let's see, there's 3 minutes. Let's see what happens. He is 301. Oh, that's the team yards. I mean, I guess Herbert has to have at least like 250, to be fair. I'm sad that we got 2 blowouts in the watch games today. I thought they were both going to be really good games. But clearly the Blues and the Panthers are forces to be reckoned with. 2 new coaches. Dominating 2 not only veteran coaches, but 2 pretty good ones. The Armadillos have kind of fallen flat, but the Steelers are 5-1. You know which game wasn't a blowout but went to overtime? Is it possible that we got it wrong? Again, if you combine the records, those 2 teams were worse than the other teams combined, mostly thanks to the Jets. Shouldn't have lost to KC, buddy. But, yeah, in hindsight, that looked like the right choice, but it's not like these games weren't justified in being picked. It's not like it was a stupid choice at the time. We got it after the first. That's also true. Little Jaw is right. To be fair, every time Jalen Hurts does something good, I have to mention it. So on one hand, like on Nick's perspective, I get it. But Little Jaw's also not wrong. Oh, he was out of bounds. I thought he was in. We're going to get it. Oh, they're going to review it. Okay. It looked like in real time he was in. 1. Oh, no, he's not in. Okay, they got it right. Oh. Huh? Okay. Reminder, yes, I have Brandon Aubrey's name written down on my phone. His foot was down when he caught it, the first one. The other foot was inbounds, and then it followed by going out. There's Deshaun Hand with the sack. I was told those depth players that I gave him were all sucky, and because of that, our trade should be vetoed. But look at Deshaun Hand. He just got a sack. Pickles wants it all. He's got it all. Wide open is Laviska Shenault. Do we have a ball game? That was awful coverage. I can't give Pickett too much credit, but he did make a really good throw. Correct read. Still a long ways to go. It's 28-10. Barring something crazy, we probably will still simulate to start the second half. The Blues have all 3 timeouts as well. With how good they've been on offense, they should try for more points. I get they're in a good spot. They're up by 18, but we're not going to see Justin Herbert's numbers, but they are ridiculous. I thought there was a chance Jalen Hurts would win 3 consecutive AFC Offensive Player of the Weeks. Yeah, that idea is down the drain with how well Justin Herbert's played today. Maybe if he throws a couple picks, that'll change, but he's 16 of 16 for 239 yards and 3 touchdowns. He could sit the second half and would still win it. Okay, they're not going to try to score. That's lame. They'll run another play, though. Just boost the completion percentage. Oh, wow, he got flipped on his side. All right, that'll wrap up the first half. Another blowout. The Blues lead the Steelers 28-10. Neither team's tried to run the ball. In the case of the Blues, it's worked out. In the case of the Steelers, even though they haven't ran it well, I feel like they should more. Oh, are we getting it? I meant to back out. Why are we getting halftime? Okay, well, what? Wait, what in the world? Why did the thing get smaller? Normally it zooms in. Yeah, why is it like... Okay. See, that's what I mean. That's normal. Whatever. What's my record? You guys are 6-1. You are cooking. Oh, now it's zooming out again. That just pointed to Oklahoma. This game is not in Oklahoma. They play in Virginia. And it pointed to Oklahoma, too, for the first game, which I think was the Caps at the Voyagers. The Voyagers play in Louisville. And the Caps play in Brazil. That's not Oklahoma. I'm not crazy. At least 1/5 of these should be pass break. I would agree. There have been like some really impressive catches by the Blues. Tap X. It wasn't letting me back out. Okay, the Steelers' offense is doing something here. Okay, now they punt it. Brazil is close enough to Oklahoma. I think their time zone's probably within like 1. 3rd and 21. They get 26. And they score. They're still down by 18 going into the 4th. Okay, we can go fast. This game... Is it over? Hold on. Hold on. We can go slow again. Oh, boy. Okay. We still are going to send this drive because it's 11. But we might have something here. Remember, the Blues were up 28-3, guys. Okay. Hold on. They got to get the onside. If they get it, they're only down by 3. Oh, that would have been so cool if they got it. So the Steelers, who at one point were down 28-3, only lose by 3. I still wouldn't feel very encouraged if I was the Steelers. And on the flip side, the Blues should be thrilled because in the watch portion of the game, it was utter domination. But the Steelers did play well in the simcast. That doesn't mean nothing. You should have hopped in on the onside. Onside kicks are never recovered by the kicking team. I think it's Todd who usually points out, like, once we get to an onside, we have to sim it. He's right. That's the only way the other team has a chance. Justin Herbert, perfect passer rating. He will win the Player of the Week, probably undoubtedly, unless somebody else does better. He'll win it over Jalen Hurts, put it that way. Kenny Pickles' numbers actually look pretty good. Now, in watched, I was not impressed, but statistically, he was good. Kamara had the big run. Derrick Henry was okay. Laviska led all receivers. I'm surprised it wasn't Keenan Allen, who scored 3 times. How many touchdowns does he have now? Like 12? That's ridiculous. He's the offensive player of the year right now. Forget the other guys I've mentioned. He has like 12 touchdowns in 8 games. He's on pace to get like 25. Like, I get Greg Dortch has XFL players around him, but Keenan Allen's ridiculous. He is 11. Okay, Greg Dortch leads in yards, though. All right, I'll make Brandon Aubrey the starter. Is there anything else I need to do? See, I didn't forget, guys. I forget often, but not every time. For the sake of humor, go Cowboys. I'm excited to see the MVP race, too. I've got to imagine it would be one of Trevor Lawrence or Jalen Hurts at the top, unless there's somebody I'm not thinking about. Can we simcast the Cowboys? Oh, yes, I do want to do another simcast game. You're right. Okay, so the games that would be next up on the poll are the Condoms and the Panthers and the Falcons and the Titans. Is there another game we would like over that? Options include Bengals-Niners, Ravens-Cardinals, Rams-Cowboys for the memes, and Seahawks-Browns for the memes, along with, obviously, the Condoms and the Panthers, and then the Falcons and the Titans. Cowboys, Panthers, Bengals. Bengals. That's 2 for Bengals-Niners. Bengals-Niners has 3. Ravens has a vote. Which game do I want? Honestly, I don't really care. I'll just go with what everybody else wants. Drew Sanders has 7 sacks. Good for him. Yeah, if you guys want to see the sack leaders, Kayvon Thibodeau's second in sacks, albeit he had 5 in one game. Niners. Okay, that's another one for Bengals. Oh, it looks like that game's going to win. Okay, that's fine. Lands on 1, finally, Cincinnati. MP, I think you know what to do here. Panthers are going to hold this. Carolina's good. It's possible, but how many does Mike? Well, we're going to do all the stats at the end. Don't worry. Greg Dortch is the receiving leader. Yes way. He's balling. All whites. Perfect. This is a call rush. There it is. Brown Seahawks was the correct pick. You'll see good teams in the playoffs. You're not wrong. I would have supported it. So we get to do 3 games here in Week 8 because we had the 2 teams tie, and then the other game sold so bad that I'm letting us do another one. I want Jalen Hurts to win the MVP, so hoo-day. I'm also still not used to not having an emotional attachment whenever we do a Bengals game. So I feel like I should be like very much wanting Cincinnati to win. I'm still not mentally the Chargers yet. I'm still like inside the Bengals. Looks like the Bengals are going to lose though. They're down by 11. Oh boy, big run. Not looking good for Cincinnati. I'm still what? I said I was still mentally the Bengals. How is that weird? Oh, did I did not say I'm still inside the Bengals. I'm still mentally... Oh, maybe I did say that. Okay, I'm not going to try to explain myself. Oh, Trevor Lawrence wasn't good. This is my Super Bowl. Maybe I did say that. You know what I meant. Desmond Ridder was probably better than Trevor Lawrence, minus the interceptions. Joe Mixon's been on fire. Holy cow. He's been balling. I'm still inside of Jacob. That's weirder. Because one, that's a dude. That's a grown man. You can be into whoever you want, but that's an adult. You're making children with a... No! What if I said I'm inside on the Chargers? Is that worse? Because that's like a lightning bolt. Keep it on Niners playbook. See? Sometimes it works out not switching the playbook. Ta-da! Alright, let's see. Trevor Lawrence with a Brock Purdy-esque performance. They won. I guess that's the argument with Brock Purdy. Alright, on to Week 8. The Knights lose to the Dreadnoughts. Thank God I didn't trade their pick. Oh my lord. To think I almost traded this pick. I don't know if I want to say the person. Because I won't say it. But if I had made the trade that I almost thought about. Sorry, Spolk. That's all I'll say. If you want the Blues pick, though, I'm willing to renegotiate with the Blues pick, and then you would give me less, obviously. Broncos country. Let's ride. They go 4-0 today. Other than the Jets, they didn't beat anyone. But, like, if I'm going to ride the Chargers for beating tanking teams, I got to give the Broncos credit, too. Tua wasn't even good, though. So Tua played awful against the Chiefs, whereas Jalen Hurts played really well. Just a thought. I just wanted to point that out. Oh, my lord, the Seattle Seahawks lost again. 28-21. Answer, would you rather have a quarterback with 2,500, 16-2, or 3,800, 28-15? That's a great question. How good is my run game for both of them? Because, like, if we're running for 3,000 yards on the ground, then I'm picking the first option easily. Because all he would need to be is a game manager. If our run game sucks, then the second one might be more practical. Bulls, beat the Hogs. Imagine not being undefeated. Sorry, Nickinator. Big win for the Bulls. They needed this one. Big game from Jared Goff, who was the passing yards leader coming into the stream. Jordan Addison played really well, despite the loss. I feel like Patrick Mahomes has been mid as hell. He hasn't been that good. The over-under on him getting traded is a lot earlier than we expected. The Caps scored 3 points. They drafted for offense. The most amount of points they've scored is 26. Their offense hasn't even been that good. This team is not very impressive. And I thought they were going to be good going into the year. This is one of the teams I was most wrong about. I wanted to see them do well, too, because on paper, they're a fun team. I'm disappointed. Their defense, like, they didn't draft a lot of defense, but it's a well-rounded unit. The Ravens beat the Cardinals, so Baltimore had a big test today. They go, I think, 3-1. Successful stream for the Ravens, who are 6-2. Not a good game from Russell Wilson. Besides, the Chargers and 49ers offense is deadly. Do we have the two best offenses in the league? I think we have the two best QBs. 2 sacks for Micah Parsons. Interception for Bengal legend Houday, Nick Cross. Chargers obviously won. Chiefs lost. The Commies won! I don't believe it. They beat the Eagles. Does anybody want to win this division? What is all with all these backups getting playing time? Everybody wants Warren Flowers. Two and a half sacks for Leonard Floyd. 2 for DeForest Buckner. The Condoms lose to the 6-1 Carolina Panthers, who went undefeated today, including a watched game blowout. I'm talking in the sim. Yeah, people are playing backups. They want it. Quentin Johnston, why is he so good in OFL? I considered overdrafting him just because it was going to be, like, funny. But he's, like, unironically really good again. And Aaron Donald have 2 sacks. There's a reason why I laughed at you guys earlier today for letting him... Oh, wait, no. Dallas started their kicker. For a second, I thought... I thought the Cowboys won. I was so confused when I saw... Wait, I can't see his stats. We can see afterwards. Lamar didn't even throw the ball that much. I guess they didn't need to. I thought that the Cowboys won for a split second. That would have been so funny. The Dreads won. The Dreads just went 2-1 today. Good stream for them. Eagles lost. The Titans beat the Falcons, so the Titans appear to be back in business. Why did the Falcons back up ball out? Are injuries higher? Injuries are the same that they've always been. I don't even think like the injury rating in gameplay sliders like affects sim at all. At least from my experience. I don't think it affects simulation one bit. Jamison Crowder was the Cowboys' lead. They had Brandon Aubrey throwing the ball. I don't doubt anything that team did. Hold on. How many passing yards did they have as a team? They had more than the Rams. I get the Rams probably didn't try to throw the ball after halftime, but that's still funny. The Jets dominate the Giants. Who's winning this division? I guess it's the Giants and the Eagles at 3-5. Dak Prescott played very well. Nick Chubb, 3 catches and 2 touchdowns. We pound the ball, don't care. You should not care at all, but it's still out of context funny. The Huskies lose by the exact same score, 21-20. If they had won these 2 games, they would have gone 4-0 today. Kyler's not been terrible. He hasn't been like good, but he hasn't been terrible. Greg Dortch, 7 for 125. He continues to play like an Offensive Player of the Year candidate. I don't care about team success for Offensive Player of the Year. I'm just saying. Ivan Pace, 2 interceptions. Does he have a Rookie of the Year case? Lions beat the Raiders 35-0. Thanks for nothing, Raiders. Will Levis played really well. Nathan Rourke was not good. Man, Warren Flowers is really going to be in my division. I hate it here. If not the Raiders, it would probably be the Chiefs. So even if the Raiders win a couple of games, not ideal. Panthers won, we saw that. Raiders, they suck, per their wish. Rams won. Ravens won. Hogs lost. Seattle lost. Steelers lost. Titans won. Voyagers won. Dildos won. Bears lost. The Bears. Bengals lost, and that's where we started. Okay. Odell at running back is crazy. He's higher at running back than receiver. There's a handful of players like that. Players of the week. Will Levis, Justin Herbert, obviously. Tank Lawrence had 4 sacks. Did not know that. And Ivan Pace. All right, I want to see Brandon Aubrey stats, and then we can do stats and whatnot. I don't know if I have to move him to QB or not. I don't think so. But I might be wrong. Let's do another week. Yeah, no. I got stuff to do. I got to work on the mock draft tomorrow. Hint, hint. How has he only made 2 field goals? Are they not having him kick? Okay, it's not going to show me, is it? Can I do by game? Okay. What if I move his position? That might do it. Nick Bosa's injured. Oh, that's something. Dak's early season struggle is going to keep him out of the MVP race, but his recent games, I mean, he might be on the long list. He hasn't been as good as Hurts or Lawrence. And I would have to look at some other guys, too. Is it not going to show? That's so lame. EA is so dumb. Whatever. I should have switched it before we simmed. Alright, now I know. Okay, we'll start with standings, and then we'll shift over to stats. If Greg Dortch keeps this... He would have to, break the receiving record to be an MVP candidate. But Offensive Player of the Year, he is not only in the race, but he is, alive and well. He might be in first. If not, he's definitely, top something. Yeah, if I switched before he sent, he would have been maybe cut. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's a good point. So the Ravens are now in first place ahead of the Steelers, again, only by half a game, and the Steelers beat them. So this should be still a very good race, and I don't think the Bengals are, fully out of it. In the South, Blues and Titans still a two-way race. The other two teams are still in it, but they took a hit. Voyagers are a game and a half ahead in the East. Jets are playing better, though. And then in the West, going to continue to be a grueling race between these two. I think these are the two best teams in the league right now. I think we have to have the best point differentials. I think we're 1 and they're 2. I would probably still put them ahead of us for now. But I don't think there's two teams playing better than us. Maybe Carolina? The Lions with a negative. The Lions and the Bears are negative. Wait, where's audio? Oh, hold on. Wait. Is this not working? Audio's fine. Okay. It might just be you. Anyway, these teams have negative point differentials, but they're tied for first. Dreads aren't out of it either. Panthers, yeah, the Panthers' point differential's a little lower than us and the Broncos, but they're probably third. And they've won a watched game. Denver kind of did, but that was mostly a simcast, and we haven't. So Carolina's done something that we both have not. Atlanta's only half a game behind them, so they're obviously right in it. The NFC East is a disaster. And then the Niners, they're right up there with all of us at the top two. They lead the West, Rams and Cardinals a game back, while Seattle stinks. As for the tanks, the Raiders currently at the number 1 pick. Who would have thought the Caps and Seahawks would be next? London is 4. That currently belongs to the Chargers. Built up. Kansas City, Commies, Browns, Cowboys. And then I guess the 3-win teams, Bulls, Huskies, Eagles, Giants, Bengals, Dreads, and Condors, all theoretically still have a chance at Warren Flowers. Maybe not the Condoms. They have Joe Burrow, so probably not them. Nickinator is using the Shanghai Wi-Fi from Mahomes' Christian household after how he's played. Yeah, Greg Dortch is the leading receiver. Jared Goff is actually back in first place in passing yards. How about that? All right, we'll start with stats around the league, and then we'll do teams for everybody who's present. So Goff leads in... Whoa, look at these numbers. Jared Goff is balling. Not a lot of team success. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because on one hand, Jared Goff might actually be the MVP. But on the other hand, the fact that he's playing this well and they're still 3-5, assuming he comes back down to earth, they might fall off the cliff. Touchdown leader is Mac Jones with 20. Josh Allen has 0 picks. I think that's the MVP. And Josh Allen, of all people, who throws a lot of interceptions in real life. There's a lot of guys who have super low picks. Allen has 0. Goff has 1. Lamar has 1. Mahomes has 1. Trevor has 2. Herbert, Tua, Hurts, and Dak only have 3. Bailey Zappi is the most with 14. He has a passer rating of 56. Nathan Rourke, oh my lord, look at these numbers. This is 49. I don't even know how it's that high. Watson, Mack, Levis, Ritter, and Stafford are also in the double figures. Mahomes has 10 touchdowns, but he only has 1 pick. Completion percentage, obviously. Oh, Bailey Zappi's last. Then Nathan Rourke. Then Matthew Stafford. I hate it here. Highest completion percentage among starters is Trevor Lawrence, followed by Herbert, Lamar, Goff, Rodgers. There's Mr. Hurts, who I think is first in passer rating. No, it's Josh Allen. Okay, that makes sense. Josh Allen, I think passer rating is the best measurement because it combines everything. We've got Allen, Hurts, Herbert, Lawrence, Goff, Lamar, Dak. Yeah, these are like your MVP candidates thus far. Justin Fields is over 100. I'll be damned. I would not have expected that. Good for him. The rushing leader is Derrick Henry, followed by Joe Mixon. Tucker's only averaging 4.7. Get it together, Sean. He does have 11 touchdowns, though. Sean Tucker's a rookie, by the way. I feel like that's easy to forget, but, like, he's got to be the offensive rookie of the year right now. Oh, wait, Quentin Johnston exists. We might have 2 rookies in the offensive player of the year race. Touchdowns is Tucker convincingly with 11. Yards per carry, the best among... Oh, there's Debo, first place. Nice. There's Josh Allen. Amongst running backs, excuse me, we've got Christian McCaffrey, Henry, a lot of quarterbacks. Joe Mixon, he's a quiet offensive player of the year candidate. He's been outstanding. Barkley, Chubb, Montgomery. Wow, Monty's that high. And then the worst yards per carry among starters is Zach Charbonnet. Wow, the Chiefs' offense is so brutal. Receiving, the receptions leader is Greg Dortch with 54. The yards leader is Greg Dortch with 700. And then the touchdown leader is Keenan Allen with 11. Lamar was top 10 in rushing? Wow, he is. Okay, so that means he's very much in the MVP race because his passing numbers are very strong as well. Sacks allowed. Most is Jordan Mailata with 12. There's Broderick Jones. Tristan Wirfs. Ike Ekwonu, Penei Sewell. Kids, this is why... Excuse me. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. Kids, this is why you don't invest in offensive linemen. Bakhtiari with 6. And then a handful of guys still with 0. Did you win? You won 35-0. Defense. Best to do it by conference. Tackles for loss of the AFC is Gregory Rousseau and Max Crosby with 11. Micah Parsons leads with 8.5 sacks, followed by Crosby and Rousseau. Zach Allen is very high. Nice. There's Landry and Bosa. Interceptions. Desmond Kenyon, Tariq Woolen, each with 4. Fumble forces. 2 for Lattimore and Harrison Smith. 2 recoveries for Lattimore. In the NFC, tackles is Levante David. TFLs is Grady Jarrett without any sacks. Sack leader in the NFC is Kayvon Thibodeau with 7.5, tied with Bradley Chubb. Drew Sanders right behind. Interceptions, Darius Williams leads with 4. Ivan Pace has the same amount of picks as DeRon Bland. That's cool, but like interceptions are not the only... I mean, I guess in Madden, interceptions are the only stat that you can measure with defensive backs. But, like, I don't really care. It's interceptions. Kicking. How many perfect kickers do we have? Brandon Aubrey, Lucas Havrasik. Who the hell is that? Harrison Butker, Daniel Carlson, Chris Boswell, Evan McPherson, bolt up. And then Matt Gay. Sam Solomon is not perfect because he's missed an extra point. Does McPherson have the most extra points? He does. Love it. Punts. Most punts is Rigo Sanchez, not a surprise. Least punts is Lou Headley, A.J. Cole, and Tommy Townsend. None of those are surprising. Least amount of average punt yards is Michael Turk. Most is Rigoberto Sanchez. How many special teams touchdowns do we have? Obviously, JMO. He's the only kick return. And then the second longest has to be that Broncos guy. Yeah, KJ Hamler. Next highest is only 37. Punt returns. Michael Carter has one of 77. All right, let's check out the awards, and then we'll do team stats for everybody who's here. So Lamar is the MVP. Okay, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Lawrence, Allen, Goff, Hurts, Herbert. I think these are the clear top 6. I think Jared Goff for me would be 6 just because his team's not winning and every other team here is really good. But yeah, I think this is the correct 6. You can put them in just about any order. That's fine. We've also got Tua, Bryce Young, Patrick Mahomes, and Dak Prescott. Coach of the Year. Blues. Okay, no complaints. I'm back from raging. Welcome back. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Keenan Allen. Sean Tucker's in 3rd. Very pleased. Dortch should not be 6th. He should 1,000% be higher. Depoy, Micah Parsons. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Sean Tucker. Going to be a very close race between these two. Is there any competition in the NFC? Maybe one of these two. But yeah, I think it's going to be one of Tucker or Johnston. Both of them could be Offensive Player of the Year candidates, as long as Sean Tucker improves his efficiency. Defensive Rookie of the Year in the AFC is Ivan Pace. Quarterback, Justin Herbert. Wait, where's Jalen? Wait. What the hell? Huh? He was 5th for Offensive Player of the Year, 5th for MVP. What am I missing? Am I blind? Alright, EA, you do you. At least Sean Tucker's first for running back. He probably shouldn't be, ironically. A lot of these guys have been significantly more efficient. Tucker is the most touchdowns, but like with... Wait, was Dak not there either? That's wild. But anyway, I think efficiency for running backs matters more than some of the other stats. That was my Josh Jacobs over Nick Chubb argument last year. And, well, the agenda's back. Nick Chubb's in 9th. Best wide receiver, Keenan Allen. Dubs over Dortch. Hurts is right where? He's not here. Herbert, Tua, Mahomes, Young, Mack, Burrow, Kyler, Huntley, Watson, Ritter. He's not here. And neither is Dak. The only guy in Hurts' realm is Justin Herbert. He should be 2. Maybe 3 at the lowest. Best offensive lineman, Chris Lindstrom. And Dak should be top 5 as well while we're on the subject. Best defensive lineman, Max Crosby. Yeah, Deshaun Watson hasn't been good. Tyler Huntley hasn't been good. Desmond Ritter hasn't been good. CJ Edwards, best linebacker. It feels weird having like Kyle Duggar and then Jadeveon Clowney. We go from safety to edge rusher. Best DB, Tariq Woolen. Best kicker, Lucas Harvasek. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson. Okay, this seems reasonable. Alex Highsmith is the depoy. Okay, I don't remember him being that high in the stats. Jaden Reed, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Quarterbacks are low. Stroud's in 9th. I mean, I guess his team sucks. I get it. Drew Sanders, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Would he have any real competition? Ivan Pace has been good, but yeah, that's Drew Sanders' award to lose. Best quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. Oh, God. Where is Lamar Jackson? Where is Josh Allen? This has to be like glitched. There's no way this isn't glitched. I'm so lost. It has to be glitched. There's 4 clear guys who should be there who aren't. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, I think, are the 2 best players in the league so far. Jalen Hurts is an MVP candidate as well, and Dak Prescott's right there too. Yet we have Sam Howell on the list, who hasn't won a sim game all year. If you're the Offensive Player of the Year, they take you off. Hold on. I want to see if this is true. That's rookie. Okay. Lamar, Allen. Trevor Lawrence is 3rd. And Goff is 6th. That would make sense. That's a good guess. What about for the AFC? Hold on. We'll get back to this in a second. Hurts, Tua, Herbert. Tua and Herbert. How did you do today? I think you guys went 3-1. You guys had a good stream. You're in first place of the AFC East. You're just biased. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have been the 2 best players in the league, and neither of them are on my team. I think Jalen Hurts has been pretty much just as good as them, but those 2 guys, they might be the only quarterbacks playing better than him. And they're not on the NFC list. But instead, we have Sam Howell and other goofballs. Who are the other goofballs? Russell Wilson, Baker Mayfield, Anthony Richardson, Tommy DeVito, Sam Howell, and Geno Smith are in the top 5. These guys have not been good. I have a top 5 quarterback and running back. How many other teams can say that? The Niners, the Chargers. I don't even know if Sean Tucker's top 5. I get he's 3rd in yards and 1st in touchdowns. He might be like 5th. Quarterback and running back are the most important positions, just saying. All right, let's look at... Oh, I was going to do team stats now. All right, everybody list your teams. We're already on the Bengals, so I guess we can start with them. Yeah, how is this guy on the list, but Hurts and Dak are not? Like, what the hell? Make it make sense. Danny just DM'd me, Ivan Pace is messing up your tank job. Oh, he wants him. That's honestly a good strategy. Nick Bosa has 3 sacks. That's concerning. I can't hear. Why is the audio not... Why is it being weird? Because you're not the first person who's had an issue. But it seems to be working for everybody else. That's weird. Huh. The fact that you and Nickinator have had, like, issues, though, makes me think it's not just, like, a you thing. I don't know. Nathan Rourke is having the worst quarterback season I think I've ever seen. Yeah, in Madden, you can't get away with starting trash cans anymore. CeeDee Lamb is averaging 40 yards a game and no touchdowns. Now, I get the Raiders are tanking, so it's fine. They have a purpose for it, so you can't make too much fun of them. But it's still funny. Okay, after them, we've got the Ravens. Some of these teams have a lot of interceptions. The Raiders might have had more than 11 interceptions, which is ironic because that's the same amount that Nathan Rourke has thrown. Javante's quietly having a great year. Wow. He's been balling. This team looks really well-rounded. Rams. We're getting all the R teams out of the way. Everybody's next to each other. That's very convenient. Here's Lamar. The passing stats in terms of like yardage is a little bit low, but it's basically a real-life Lamar Jackson. Like, he might throw 3,500 passing yards, but he's still like the best player. So I don't have an issue with him being the MVP right now. I think Josh Allen's been a little better. His rushing stats are almost just as good. Blues are next. Some of the teams might be in a different order on my screen, so just bear with me. If you're like ahead of a certain team and I show them, some teams might be in a different order. Panthers. And also, Josh Allen has more team success than Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen's 6-1. Lamar's 4-4. He's been sacked 6 times. Oh my God. That's less than 1 a game. Even though Josh Allen's probably the MVP, he's had some help, clearly. All their offensive linemen have not missed downs. They've played 5. Charles Leno at left tackle has allowed 0 sacks. That's wild. There's no way that keeps up. Shoot, I might have to put this team at 1 in the power rankings. I don't know. That's crazy. Cleveland Browns. These numbers are not as bad as I thought. He obviously should not be in the top 10 quarterbacks over Hurts and Dak. Oh my God, their run game. Jesus. That's bad. Lamar plays like in real life Lamar when he's in the Ravens playbook. That sounds like it makes a lot of sense, but then you have to realize this is EA Sports. Do you think they're going to recognize that? To be fair, it has worked. Wow, Marshawn Lattimore's like quietly having a Defensive Player of the Year season. Even though his team's defense is abysmal, he's having a great year. Not a lot of tackles. Actually, I guess 39 in what, 7 games? Okay, I mean, I guess that's not a lot, but like he's almost in first. Never mind. We got the Dildos. Oh, they're A. I keep going to D. D is for dildo, kids. Mac Jones, the touchdown and interception leader. Bro thinks he's Jameis Winston. Their offensive line's been really good, too. Wow. Not a lot of sacks, though. Huskies. These numbers are worse than I thought. I thought Kyler was playing a little better. No run game to speak of. Jeez. But it doesn't matter when you have Greg Dortch. Damian Lewis has allowed 9 sacks at guard. Unless he's playing tackle, that's a concern. Max Crosby has 8 sacks. Next most is 1. Steelers. Where are the Steelers? I swear S for Bears. I don't even see the Bears. Yeah, I don't even see them. Huh. Well, I mean, I see your new message now. Did I call him Damian Lillard? You know what I mean. Damian Lewis. George Pickens is having a good year. I skipped a couple teams by accident. I skipped the Condoms and the Lions. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But I didn't see the Bears, and I don't see the Jets. Oh, wait, no, I do see the Jets. Oh, they're really high. Oh, I, like, missed them. Okay, my bad. I don't see the Bears, though, at all. Here, we'll just show the Bears anyway. Jeez, I'm going really out of order. I didn't see those messages. I looked at, like, a different message to start. That's my bad. Lock in. It's 12:20 something, okay? Give me a break. We're like all over the place. Okay. Bears is done. Bengals I did. Jets. Nick Chubb's numbers are better than I thought. How is he ninth for... Oh, 2 touchdowns. Okay. He still shouldn't be ninth, though. I think we're overrating touchdowns. Sean Tucker has 11. Chubb has 2, but Chubb's been more efficient. I care about efficiency more than touchdowns. I mean, I guess 11 and 2 is a pretty big difference, though. It's not like it's 11 and 7. Okay, let's get back to where we were. The Condoms are next. They have 1 interception as a team. That's 1 more than Josh Allen has thrown this year, to be fair. Joe Burrow's been kind of mid. The only good receiver has been Quentin Johnston. Mike Williams has been kind of disappointing. I'll take him off your hands if you're willing to trade him. Lions are after them. After Detroit, we've got... Anybody else? Did I do the... I did the Panthers. Did I miss anyone? I don't think I did the Cardinals. And then I also have to do Uz, because I'm curious. Got Josh Allen in the middle of the first round. I don't know how the QBs fell. I will never get that. Quarterback play is so important this year. I'm not complaining. It helped me. But I will never understand. And last, but certainly not least, best for last, is the Los Angeles Chargers. Bolt up! Jalen Hurts has been sacked 7 times. Love it. What's my record? I am 5-2. 0 sacks allowed for the 2 guards. That's awesome. Good work. Need more from Ajabo, but the other 3 pass rushers have been really good. Oh, Voyagers. There, I forgot about them. Okay, you get to be best for last. Congratulations. TJ Edwards has a lot of tackles. I think he leads the league, doesn't he? Daquan Jones has 6 sacks? Since when? His most in his career is 3. Huh. I apologize, Daquan Jones. I wasn't very familiar with your game. And I guess we'll do the Caps as well. Here's Mr. Coleridge, Bernard Stroud IV, and Kellen Mond. Did that say Terry had 0 touchdowns? Huh. Make sure Tank is number 1. Okay, I can do that. He's ETN injured. We'll check injuries, like, I guess now. Levis better. Levis also has 11 picks, though, to be fair. Oh, that's why he has 3 sacks. He's hurt. When did Rashee Rice break his foot? Because he's only out for 1 more week. That sucks for his Rookie of the Year chances, because he devs really well in this game. Jadeveon Clowney and his backup Josh Uche are both out. The Bulls have a handful. Peter Skoronski's out for 8. Nothing new for the Chargers. That's good. Trent Brown has 1 more week. Yeah, Travis Etienne is hurt. He broke his thumb, as did DeJuan Jones. Falcons with multiple injuries to the offensive line. Braden Smith and Elijah Vera Tucker. 2 more weeks for Simmons. 3 more weeks for Tajay Spears. Oh! Broken collarbone. Did this happen in the game we watched? Because he was taken out early. I don't remember him getting hurt. No, it happened against the Condoms. Okay. So he just did not get the ball for God knows what reason against the Armadillos. Huh. Did I say collarbone? I meant tailbone. Because Stokes is a collarbone. Oh! Chris Jones pulled groin. Joe Thuney fractured shoulder blade. Devin White torn labrum. John Allen and JSN have 2 more weeks. And that's everyone. All right, let's look at the schedule before we wrap things up. Weeks 9 through 12. And then most likely after the next stream, that's when the trade deadline would be. So before the following stream. Week 9. Titans Steelers is a good game. Most of these games are not good. Oh, God. This is a good one. Hogs and Panthers. Cowboys, Eagles, I guess, because like everyone's in that division because they all suck. Voyagers, Bengals isn't bad. And then Chargers, Jets. Yeah, I think we have a pretty clear choice here, Week 9, guys. Titans, Steelers is probably the only one that we could consider, but like, I think we know the choice. I think we know it. Week 10. Panthers, Bears is fun. I like that game. Condoms, Bengals isn't bad. Niners, Blues. Ooh, that's a good game. Lions, Chargers is a fun one. We've got a tough schedule because we also have to play Baltimore. I'm curious to see how we do. Broncos, Voyagers isn't a bad choice. If we don't watch Chargers, Jets, you guys need your voting rights revoked. I agree, 1,000%. What is Mike Williams overall? Probably like an 86, 87. All right, Week 11. Bengals, Ravens isn't bad. Ooh, Bears, Lions for the first time. That's fun. Cardinals, Condoms. I can't keep calling them the Condoms and the Dildos of the straight face. I just want to like break out laughing every time I say it. Ooh, Titans, Blues. That's a good game. Jets, Voyagers, 2 best teams in the East. And then Week 12, Thanksgiving, we've got the Dreads and the Lions. Not horrible. Commanders, Cowboys. The 2 worst teams in the worst division in the league. Not great. And then Niners, Seahawks. Ugh. I keep want to believing in Seattle, but they haven't won since Week 1. I think it might be Game Over. I was trying to think of the good one related to the Seahawks. Dildos, Jets, that's a good game. Steelers, Bengals isn't bad. Blues, Condoms. Panthers, Titans. Ooh, I like that game. Rams, Cardinals isn't bad. Voyagers, Eagles isn't horrible. Ravens, Chargers, Sunday night. Can I finally beat SG? I haven't beaten him since God knows when. And then Todd versus Little Jaw Part 2 on Monday night. All right, I think that just about covers it. I think we've gone through everything. Right? Schedule, standings, stats, injuries. I think we're all good. I think that'll wrap things up here. Did we watch Todd versus Jaw? We didn't. I don't know if I want to watch this one because Jaw's 2-6. So, like, they're not exactly the best choice. I hope they keep losing. I feel bad for Little Jaw because I want to see his team do good. But we can wait for next year when I don't have his draft pick. Actually, I might have his second next year. Yeah, no, never mind. I still need him to lose next year. The following year, he can start winning. You and Todd's teams are legitimately the same. Like, copy and paste. There are some good games these next 4 weeks. We might have some tough poll decisions, for sure. But I hope everybody enjoyed. Next stream will be... wow, the Voyagers are an 86? Holy cow. The next stream will... I don't know. Tuesday, maybe? I don't think I'd be able to do it before Tuesday. So, maybe Wednesday at the latest. I think Tuesday probably makes the most sense. I think that's the plan. So, yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed. If your team did not go undefeated today, then you have a poverty franchise.